Does that music get you hyped up? It gets me so hyped up. I need that to be like my ringtone. I need it to be like my alarm in the morning. Do you guys hear where he says Miss Strickland in there? For those of you that are not aware, I contacted a local young man. He's like 14, I guess, at the time, to custom do that beatbox intro music for me. So I just love it so much. I know it's loud and it's super upbeat, and I need it to be. So welcome to the Friday Night Live, you guys. We are going to be talking about the best things this week. We're going to be talking about the best thing that we picked up, the best things that we sold, the best things going on in our personal lives. I want to hear you guys in the chat also be telling me like the best things that you picked up and sold and so on and so forth. So just so we can celebrate. My phone's vibrating over here. So let me turn that to silent real quick. And we'll get started. First of all, want to say hi to any of you guys that are watching this in the replay. I understand a lot of people have been telling me lately that they rewatch these lives while they're listing. It's a good little 2-hour chunk, which is, I feel like, a really good work window. You can get a lot done in 2 hours. So, just to keep you company while you list. So if you are watching this in the replay, I'm so thankful that you are. And guys in the chat tonight, if you wouldn't mind to help me out, help the channel out a little bit. Give me a thumbs up if you are enjoying the video, and definitely chat and interact. I love the interaction we get in the chat, and I always wonder like who's watching that we don't hear from. So please feel free, guys. Everyone is welcome here. Jump in the chat. I'm going to go ahead and say hi to some people before I bring my guest on. I see bearded PokeTuber Matthew. I asked him again, tell me your first name. I like to learn you guys on a first name basis if at all possible. Laura is here. And Laura, thanks for the heads up because I don't proofread a whole lot. And Santa Claus is here. Santa, I know him. I didn't say that last week, and then you guys got to say it before I did. Christy, hello. I'm so glad that you're here. Mom's Closet, Texas. Home for a day, leaving again tomorrow. That girl, she has a wanderlust. She's a great traveler. Beth picking Georgia Peaches. So glad that you're here. Rampage Reseller. Guys, I am just stoked that you'd spend your Friday night with us. Eric Hughes is here. Junk Monkey. And Junk Monkey, thank you so much for ordering from my store. I was really glad to see, a viewer sale go out this week. And let's see. Trevor is here. 10th Street Market. I hope Lindsay's here too. Crystal, Eric Hughes, Scott is here. Nana Tink Treasures. Scott, I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name. If you can phonetically put it in there, I'll try it, but I'm just not sure how to pronounce that. Kim is here, got here just in time. But I'm so excited to see you guys. I'm going to go ahead and introduce to you guys my guest, but I'm sure that you probably know her. So my guest tonight, I'm sure you already saw on the thumbnail, is Farmgurl Scavenger Noelle. Now, something that I really love and appreciate about Noelle is just her authenticity. She shows up for everybody, and she has this way of always making you feel welcome, and welcome to learn things from her, because this girl is full of knowledge. That's why I said we're going to have a really positive show, and then we're going to just, I guarantee you're going to learn something tonight. So if you will just listen, keep your ears open. Noelle searches, scavenges, if you will, for a lot of things that you might overlook, and she is bound to give you some type of a bolo tonight. So here she is. Without further ado, you guys, make Noelle feel as warm and welcome as she always makes me feel. Hello, Noelle.
Hello. I thought about getting one of those pieces of paper, the new meme that's out, where all the parents are doing, arrested for making my child clean the toilet or something like that.
Nice. No, I hadn't seen that one, but my kids would probably say I could be criminalized.
It's hilarious.
For
it's like they have just a white piece of paper they're holding, and they're like doing the mug shot.
Oh, that's so funny.
And then they have something written like, charged
that they
with
made
blah, blah, blah.
Nice.
They're hilarious. You'll have to find one because you could probably do some good ones.
I need to find some for sure. I was just saying hi to all the people in the chat, and then I thought, well, all these people here too, so we'll say hi to them together.
I do. Pat Dees is here, and Trish, Nana Tink, and Tracy. She shamed me, and she should have 1987 Ventures, because I missed her show with you. And I'm pretty sure I was knee deep in insulation right over here.
Yeah, you probably were. That was a really good show. Like that.
But I did watch the replay, if that makes sense. I listen to all of them when I'm doing stuff. So I just put my headphones in and off I go.
In a box in the garage is here. Lourdes Rods. Am I saying this right, you think?
Lourdes.
You think I'm saying that right?
I think so, yeah.
I won't claim to pronounce everything so perfectly, but
Lourdes. And
thanks for loving the
Chunk
music.
Monkey is Rob.
Dixon's Pickens is here. Hello, Marcus. And this is my son's friend Dylan. I told my son's friends, he's up there FaceTiming them, and I said, if you guys jump in the chat tonight, then I'll enter you into a drawing for 500 fake internet points. So Dylan is automatically in the drawing for 500 fake internet points tonight.
You can't get better than that. I mean, that's like having an Air chocolate chip cookie, right?
Basically, yeah. Renee's Retro Relics is here. Time to list and laugh. My favorite Friday activity. I love to hear that. This is a surprise. I try to keep the guests like a little bit of a surprise sometimes.
Grow Pickers and Eric Hughes is Tracy's. Well, some days he's the better half, and some days she's the better half, right?
Nice. Her other half, we'll just say, right?
I met them both when I went to New York last summer.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing some stuff from your trip to New York. That'd be pretty awesome. Boldly Grow is here. The vintage Viking is here. Love that bearded profile pic there.
Oh yeah, that could be somebody that's a reseller that's famous that's not a reseller.
The most famous non-reseller, Drew's business logo I designed for him, and it's bearded like his logo. If you can imagine, Bartermania is here. SSK Yay. Promo. Oh no, Mr. Yay. Bill.
Yes, Mr. Bill.
Designs by Josie.
Designed by Josie.
They're just so sweet that everyone would come hang out with us on a Friday night. Patricia is here, and yeah, Pat Dees is here. Hello. Okay, where's Drew? He is going to do his best to get Israel to sleep during the live tonight. He's not been feeling the best. He ran fever the last 2 nights.
Not going to come on because he's scared of me. Let's just put it out there.
That's probably it, actually. Yeah, you might be right. But so I told him, I was like, I got this movie, and I don't rent movies, and I really want to watch this after the live tonight. And if Israel's not asleep,
the one that you showed on your
Yes, I got House of Gucci, and I cannot wait to watch it. I think I don't know. I haven't really watched like a whole lot of the previews or anything.
I can't sit and watch a movie because I'll fall asleep.
Well, if it's about fashion or like art, I am all over it. And I know it's not like it's based on true stories or true events, but I'm sure it's not. Yeah, so it's not a documentary, but maybe I'll learn some stuff about the House of Gucci, right?
You might. Why not?
Why not
try anyway?
Did you watch the one, The House of Versace? Have you ever seen that movie?
I haven't. I tried listening to it, but when I raised my kids by myself, so I have 2 boys, one's 30 and one's 36, and then Dren's dad is 36. And so I worked a lot of hours. And at one summer, I literally worked 3 jobs, and there was there was only one night a week that I slept in my own bed. But the rest of the week, I would work graveyard and come home. I'd get them up, send them to school, and then I would go and flag for 8 hours. And then I'd come back and do my regular job. And then on the weekends, they wanted to earn money over the summer. So we were.
When did you sleep?
I would sleep for 4 hours on the couch in my living room because I was out there where they were, and I knew by what program was on the TV that it was time to get up and get ready to go to work.
Oh my goodness! Now Smitty from Smitty's
and that's all these wrinkles and stuff. That's from.
That's from all the long hours.
That's right.
Smitty is from
here.
Yeah, he's from your part of the country. He's from in California anyway. I mean, I consider that all y'all's part, right?
Yeah, it is. It's the West Coast.
And Timothy Martin is here.
The West Coast with the most, because let me just say, not tooting my own horn or anything, there's no better place to go sourcing than the Pacific Northwest, period. Boom, 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 boom.
Really? So you're saying better than Utah, better than Colorado?
100%.
Nice. Swamp Picker's here saying hello to you. And James is trying to tiptoe in quietly.
Well, hey, James. How are you? I've been following James for a long time. He's had many different names to his channels, but he still shows up and we find him.
Yeah, yeah.
I learned how to list hats from him.
He's got that
Yeah,
hot new car to source in now.
he
Nikki and
does. He
Gary, now
does.
they're do you consider Idaho Pacific Northwest, or are they not far west enough?
No, Idaho's still part of the Pacific Northwest
Okay,
because
so they have good sourcing too then, right?
they have some pretty good sourcing. The Hoogs do pretty good, but they'll tell you that their sourcing isn't as good as everybody seems to think it is. I've heard them say that.
Gotcha.
Um, but I worked in Idaho for a while in the very southeast corner. There's a little town called Pocatello, and I used to call it Pocahello because it was like hello, goodbye, hello. It was
Oh, it's
just
really
that tiny, you
tiny.
know what I mean?
That's my
But I did
town.
welding. I did welding inspection there. And that was, I'll tell you what, there's a lot of uh Latter-day Saints there, so they don't do
Yeah.
anything on Sundays, right?
Uh-huh.
Y'all wanted to go to Costco on Sunday because there was all kinds of samples. You could eat your whole lunch at Costco because there was nobody else there.
I've never been to a Costco.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh my. You
No.
guys have to come out here. I believe that I heard from, well, I didn't hear it from, but Matt, part-time picker, do you ever watch him? I haven't watched
Mhm.
him in a long time just because I haven't watched, I just don't have time.
It's
I
hard.
listen
There's
to a
not
lot
enough
of people,
hours to
but
support everyone that I want to every day.
he's got friends up here in the Pacific Northwest, and they are planning on moving up here because he said that the sourcing up here is way better than down there. Well, it is. I'll
Nice.
I mean, I bought probably 300 postcards and real picture postcards. Danielle knows the kind of ephemera I got because I just grabbed a whole bunch of stuff and sent her a box.
Oh,
And
yeah.
and
She did. She told me about that. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
because
Drew
I
said
just
he is here, you guys, but he and Israel are playing video game. They're playing Switch. And Courtney's using your vernacular. Bolo Buddy says, hey, hey.
hey.
I love it. It's so you to say hey, Hay.
It's funny because somebody told me at one point in time, they go, I thought you had a college education. I say education. Do you not know that it's spelled Hey? And I said, I do. Farm girl, farm, hey, Hay. And they were like, oh no, I feel stupid. I said, no, don't feel stupid, because there are some people, like I was a secretary for a long time, and when you'd see a word spelled incorrectly, it would just catch your eye, and it could get annoying, right? So,
Is
but
it still buffering, you guys? Tell me if I need to. Last week I had to, I'm gonna disconnect some of these devices, but last week I had to go out and come back in because they said there was some buffering, and this week they said that there's some major buffering. So let me say hi to some people real quick so I can jump to the bottom. Joe Dempsey's Sales is here. I see Annie Javelina Flips is here. I don't mean to skip over anybody. I'm just trying to get to the bottom so I can find out whether or not we are buffering. Adam Pittsburgh Picker is here. Hello. Christopher I Buy Chit is here. Hello, wonderful
hi,
people.
Christopher.
I see rainbows in the chat. You guys are awesome. Let me see. Getting to the bottom here. Just don't want to skip over anybody. Okay, you guys said it's fine. It's perfect now. We're all good. Woohoo! It's better. There's Danielle Yard Sales and Dreams right there. Not buffering
I
now.
love her.
Perfect. Seems to be streaming nicely now.
She reminds me a lot of myself and how she sources and
oh my gosh,
finds
could you imagine if the three of us were at a sale together? It might come to blows or something.
I don't know, because I'm that person. I'll tell you about it. I almost died today. I wanted something so bad at this sale and they weren't selling it. And I know for a fact, and so did the estate sale people, that when they sell the house, it's going to just get trashed. It is a 1950s, the whole kitchen counter and the sink too, metal with the red top, the red Formica top, and it was in his canning kitchen, and I was almost in tears, and they go, here's the realtor's number.
That's what I was gonna say. Could you
tell him to let you know when the place sells so that you can come and get some of this, because it would go perfect in my kitchen downstairs.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Yeah. You guys are talking about hitting the like button. If you hit the like, I'm not sure if you're familiar, even if you're watching in the replay, if you hit the like button, then you're guaranteed to get a sale within the duration of the show. or your money back. Did you just make a sale?
I gotta hit the like button. Hang on.
You do have to. Yeah. Let me see if I've got a sale. We're
I'm
all
number
gonna know.
37. How many are in here? Come on, you guys. 42 watching. Slackers.
Yeah, you guys gotta hit the like button. Come on now. So let me see. So cool that you saw Terry Mindful recycle today too.
It
Yeah,
was
they were
hilarious. And then we're downstairs going through the Christmas stuff. When she found me upstairs, I was like, I heard her talking about, she was looking at some trains, and the estate sale dealer said those are all Lionel, and she goes, no, this one right here says Marks on it. And I was like, oh, that gal knows what she's talking about, right? Mm-hmm. Anyway, and then I had literally come out of one room with some stuff, and she goes, are you Noelle? And I said, yeah. And she goes, it's Terry from Mindful Recycling. I was like, what? Anyway, so I went downstairs and I was going through all the Christmas stuff. Oh my goodness. Apparently she'd already been down there. Terry, I hope you're watching, because I'm telling on you.
Nice.
There was a whole box of, they look like pine cones. They're the mercury glass ornaments. And they all said made in Germany on the little thingy.
Oh, I always look for made in Germany when it comes to vintage Christmas stuff.
Made in Germany or made in Poland, right? Anyway,
Poland. Okay, I'll remember that.
So tiny. So I just took one outside and pulled my loop out of my pocket, and I put it on. This would be the loop, right? Because you have a camera. There's no reason to carry a loop with you guys with you when you go, if you have your phone with you, because you can open up your camera and open it up and magnify it. And even if you can't see it, you can take the best picture you can take, and then you can enlarge that picture too.
If I have my glasses on, then I can't see markings, because like my eyes are 20/20 and 2200. And so the eye that's 2200 is really good up close. But if I have my glasses on, it corrects that. And then I can't see markings. Like I went thrifting with contacts in before, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't see anything.
I used to be legally blind in both eyes. I was 2400 in this eye. And
yeah, you were talking about getting LASIK, right?
I had LASIK. I'll tell you what, it was the best money I have ever
My friend did that.
I have LASIK just on the one eye,
Yeah, I'm just terrified at the idea. I'll stay like this. The Daily Cabbage. This is my friend Sarah, you guys. This is Pittsburgh Picker's fiance, if you aren't aware. And she's just the sweetest. And she just sent me $9.99. You're awesome, Sarah. Thank you very much. She said,
my buddy Matt, Jackass Retro, if you guys don't know him, and if you guys want to learn about selling ephemera and postcards and stuff, he's your man.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I just bought some postcards actually. And mine are all like travel postcards from the 70s. So look at this guy here. It's Flips Finds Fun. What's up, fun people? Josh, you guys, and his wife Brittany have started a show on I'm trying to remember what night of the week. Is it Wednesday night? Am I wrong? It's Thursday night. Tell me what night it is, Josh, and what time it is, because
Thursday
we tune in.
Nights, I will never get to see it.
I think it is Thursday. I think because I think it's at the same time as Adam and Sarah. And so Drew and I, one of us will have one on and one of us will have the other show on.
Adam and Sarah, who else has a show on Thursday night?
Well, what time is yours, Noelle?
Wait a minute. Is anybody there? Nope, nobody.
What time is your show on Thursday nights? Tell everybody.
6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, or 8 p.m. Central. Now, I do have to admit, the month of March, no show. Really?
Oh, okay. Some of the shows I know exactly what night of the week they're going to be, and some of them I don't know what time or anything until I'll open up YouTube if I have time, and then click subscriptions, and whoever's live, like I'm clicking on it and tuning in.
I don't have my notifications on for YouTube, or I would be literally go crazy, because I know so many people, and
it'd be going off all the time.
All the OG people. I mean, I followed Pete Craigslist Hunter since he very first began, and all of those guys, which maybe some of you guys know, maybe some. Hey, little Miss Q. And
it's every other Sunday night.
I don't know.
It's not Thursdays, it's every other Sunday night. It is the same time as Adam and Sarah, though.
Oh,
See? You see how
either
little I know? We need a calendar of who's on when. I'm
you
sorry, you
know,
were
I
saying.
have to tell you that there is a group of people who do live auctions, the vintage stuff. So my friend Janet Antiques Antiques from Karen, and Misty, Thrifter Junker, Vintage Hunter, and all of those guys. There is a couple of gals in those groups. There's like 50 people that keep a calendar of when everybody is having their
Mm.
sales.
Yeah, Cajun Roots Reseller always seems to know when everyone's live and when I'm just like, I can't keep up. Kristen's here and she's super excited that you're here. And little Miss Q, yeah, I heard you say hi to Q a while ago.
Yep.
Hello, Miss Q. And we gotta say hi to Pam Pam too. Hi, Pam Pam, because you know she's watching. Oh, let's see. Okay, so now that I got Josh's show right, and then we got we got Noelle's show right. I'm sorry. So go ahead and tell everybody. We told him now when your show is live, but tell everybody a little bit about your YouTube channel because you've been doing some different style stuff over there recently since you made a major purchase. So you want to go ahead and talk about it a little bit?
So when I first started my YouTube, I was just doing photo collages of my landscaping company, you know, and stuff of my grandkids because I wanted this channel to be for them. I never really thought that I would make content and that people would want to listen to me. I mean, I talk in my sleep, and apparently I don't listen to myself because I didn't know it until my kids told me. But
Well, you're probably too busy. Like you can't just sleep. You had to be getting something done.
one of my boys came in. I don't even have
Hey,
I don't
Brian.
even have a regular chair. I have a couch. There's no recliner or anything like that in my house anymore because if I sat down in it, I'd be gone.
I'm not a
My
recliner
son
fan
came
either.
and poked me one night. He goes, "Mom, go to bed. You're talking to yourself. It's freaking me out."
That's funny.
Anyway, so and then I did so I and so I had some of the older stuff is there, and then I did a coffee talk every Tuesday morning for quite some time. Danica, Lady Luck Junk, she and I started it together, and we would do every other Tuesday. We would switch off. And then when I went to New York last year, I quit doing the coffee talk because I just didn't have time. Because when I came back, Dren started private school and he had to be at school at the same time. So I have not gone back to that. I may
Getting kids to and from school, that takes most of the day, I
I
swear.
may go back to it next year. We'll see. We'll see what's in the works. But I started a let's talk about it every Thursday night, and I pick a subject, a topic, and I pick a topic that either I have sourced that week or I already have. And it's things that most people would never even think of buying. And I can tell you that. Hi, Nancy. How are you? I can tell you that because I can't tell you how many people message me and just leave comments on the videos as to how, you know, the things that they've bought and walked past and never even thought. I mean, if you can pick up a book or a kitchen utensil. Let's go with kitchen utensil. If you can pick up a kitchen utensil for 50 cents and sell it for close to $20, anywhere between $12 and $20, you're way ahead of the video game guys. Because the video game guys you're gonna get how many of those get returned? I have video games, I have kids, you know. I sell more of the other stuff than I do the video games.
Yeah, that's true. And lower price. You know, the average purchase price on eBay is $30. So if we can get, you know, source things $30 or less, then we're getting, you know, even more of them. You know, we're appealing to more of the buyers, I guess. Christopher said that he had a couple of great sales. So I know about what one of them was for sure. He sold this I think it's pronounced Thule bicycle holder that goes on the back of a vehicle, and he sold it for like $700.
I have one of those in the barn.
He sold it for $700. Is that crazy? I think that was the right number.
Was it THULE? Is that what you said?
Yeah,
it's cool. It's
believe that how you say
I
it?
believe it's pronounced tool. So the TH is, it's all,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
you know,
Gotcha.
or it may be more of a tool, but it's more of
I don't know.
that tool. And anything, the car toppers, anything, that
I've
brand
seen
is
those. I
big
think I saw
money.
the Hoogs pick up the car topper
Yes.
and sell it for quite like
They
$500.
crack me up. I can't
Think it
decide
was
who
them.
I like better of the
The
Hoogs,
Hoogs.
because he kind of reminds me of myself. He's all sly and sarcastic, like, and acts and tries to be dry, but but you can see him like choking down the laughter, right? Like
Yeah.
he's trying so hard not to be as goofy as she is, which
Yeah.
I loved.
Yeah. I
He-
just love all of her puns, and Desiree is so hilarious.
so my
Um,
youngest son Ryan is the pun master of the world,
oh
and he has
really?
one of those old clickers, that you would click. He took it to work one day because he used to work for the Boys and Girls Club, and the kids would like click it every time he
Every
did a
time you had a
pun, and
pun.
he was like at 200 or 300 one day. But I used to go and volunteer with him, and we would make dinner during the summer. The kids would make a meal plan on Monday. Ryan would go to the food pantry on Friday morning and see what they could give him from their meal, and then he would call me and tell me what they didn't have, and I would go buy the rest of it, and then load up all my pots and pans, and would come in, and four of the kids would help me cook every Friday
Oh,
night. And
that's
so
awesome.
we fed them, and if their parents came in, and because a lot of them did, that was the only meal they got that whole weekend.
Mm,
And then if there
man,
was
that's
extra
awesome.
leftover, the little kids would come up from upstairs. But they didn't know I was Ryan's mom because you just have your first name.
Oh,
And so we were bringing all the stuff up, and Ryan was in the kitchen, and we were going back and forth with puns, right? And one of the kids goes, "Oh my God, isn't one of you is enough? How do you know it? How do you guys do this so well?" And the one girl, only one of them knew who I was. And she goes, that's RG's mom. Duh. Like,
I swear, I think you can totally minister to people with food. Like if you can ever feed someone, give somebody a meal, like, and a
or
lot of times people,
just teaching them how to cook.
yeah, yeah, and people can't even hear what you're saying if they're on an empty stomach. So feeding people, it means a lot.
It
Matthew said
does.
$285 sale for a Nintendo 3DS bundle. Wow, holy
Wow.
cow. I sold a video
That's
game for
nice.
$112. Kind of want to know what video game that was.
Absolutely. I mean, I sell video games all the time, and I have, like, right now, I have the PlayStation 1. Is that what it is? I don't know. Xbox One. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
they have
just
an Xbox One.
Yeah, I just listed theirs because they both have Switches. So
Yeah.
Ryan is Dren's uncle. He's my
Okay.
youngest son.
Yeah.
Ryan budgets a certain amount of money every month to do things with Dren.
Oh, fun.
So he found out that Dren wasn't brushing his teeth like he should. And last night we went out to dinner, and he goes, "It's like this, buddy." He goes, "You want that new Pokemon game for your Switch?" And Dren's like, "Oh yeah." And he goes, 2 weeks, morning and night, you have to brush your teeth 2 weeks in a row, and you have to come down and show Nanny, and she's gonna mark it on the calendar. And if you can do that for 2 weeks, I'll get you the new Pokemon. And Dren's like, "Can we start on Sunday?"
Oh, that's so cute. Maybe you could do like a sticker chart. Like kids love to be able to like mark
Oh
off an
yeah.
X or something like that. Trevor said Uggs $80 plus shipping. That's awesome. And Boldly Grow, nothing today but 4 sales this week, including a free to me book for $45. So I can't complain. That is awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Uggs for a minute. I'm going to drop a little bit of knowledge for you. So Uggs Australia sold their name to Uggs. I was trying to remember the name of the actual company that bought them here in the United States. And then the company in the United States that bought Uggs started basically Veroing, basically Uggs Australia. They put this guy, there's a whole documentary on it if you guys want to go
I've
watch.
seen a lot of it on YouTube. Yeah.
They literally put this guy, he was still allowed to make Uggs Australia and do all of that, but they've basically made it impossible for him to make any money. And spent every bit of money that he's ever made in his entire life, and he's down to like himself and 2 other employees.
I'm not
Fighting to
sure
keep
like
there.
how I feel about that because I think that some of the documentary that you'll see about it, like I think they're almost taking that guy's side too much because like if I owned Oreos and I sold Oreos to you and then I tried to make a cookie and call it Oreos, like you sold that. You had the rights
Well,
to it and you
he
sold it.
sold the name, but he also had the right to still be able to make and sell UGG Australia, because if you
Really?
there's a difference in the
Oh,
shoes. So
oh
I
yeah,
guess
there's a difference in the quality. I just
the
feel like
main reason I'm bringing this up is, you guys, when you get your Uggs, if you have the Uggs that are truly made in Australia, they are worth way more money than the Uggs that were made in the United States. Long
yeah.
story short.
Yeah, I think I like I say, I've only seen some parts of it, but I almost wonder like it seems like if he'd wanted to keep the name and continue operating as he was, that he wouldn't have sold it. But I think maybe it was a financial hardship and he needed to sell it.
Could
So
be. Hi, Adam. How are you? And
I'm not.
Maria's here. And oh my gosh, Drew Strickland's here. Just joking. Hi,
My
Drew.
best sale was a glass cranberry hobnail hanging lampshade. Holy cow, $220 plus shipping.
So I did
Wow.
for
Oh my
those of
gosh.
you that, that's nice.
I mean,
That's
that's like a good thing to pick up. I know lots of people would just walk right by there. And I don't think that Kim's been reselling that long. If I'm correct, Kim, like that's phenomenal. What a cool pickup. And look at this. Josh and Brittany sold the Omnicord for $450.
nice.
I think I'm trying to remember how much they paid for it. I want to say it was like $50 or something.
Can I stop for a second?
Sure.
So Dupage picker is what we call him. Do you see him right there?
No, I'm way up here.
Oh, Dupage picker, Dupage picker. We tease him and call him Dupage. His name is Greg, and he lives in, is it Illinois, Greg? I know I got it wrong. Illinois or Iowa. Smack me later. I met him at eBay Open. He's just a really awesome person. I'm going to try not to cry here.
Oh,
He was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia just a couple of weeks ago, and he is in the hospital right now. And I put a thing on my Instagram.
I think I saw that on your Instagram.
There's a link to his GoFundMe.
Mm-hmm.
I personally didn't send the money to GoFundMe because GoFundMe takes too much money, but I have donated to him, and I harass him on a daily basis because he has no physical family. We are his family. I've met
Wow.
Greg. Anyway, so Adam knows Greg. Adam's met Greg too. I know Adam. I've met Adam. Anyway, so you guys keep Greg in your heart. He's fighting an uphill battle, and he had three sessions of chemo yesterday, I think.
Oh wow.
They're hitting him hard trying to get it. So anyway, I love you.
I'm glad
Greg.
to hear that they're being like aggressive for sure, and absolutely is in our prayers. That's what you said is true, that really the people that you connect to online, I know some people can make out like it's real laissez-faire, but like they become your friends, they become your family, like coworkers first, and then eventually you become friends with people, and then it's like, yeah, you feel like almost family with some people. So that's incredible that you guys have that type of connection.
Internet stranger friends, right? And then eventually we get to meet them, but sometimes they're safer and more fun to be around than the ones you see every day.
Drew and I met online. That's how I met my husband. Yeah, we met on Facebook.
So I also put a thing. I think I did a reel, show the glow.
I love that how you said it, show the glow.
If you have an item that glows, now 9 out of 10 of as a matter of fact, even with this one,
show them what it looks like without the glow. Because I think most people, I would have never thought that would glow. It's red, you guys, but under the black light, it glows like that.
Let's see if I can get a.
Hey, Angelo. Yeah, now, that's beautiful.
There are a lot of these listed. Guess what? Mine was the only one listed that showed it glowing, and it sold, and it went to Australia for $146.
Wow. Doing it wrong
And
is here,
then
you guys. That's incredible. Like, so do you just test all of the glass, or do you know what's going to glow and what's not going to? How do you
I
know?
know what's going to glow.
Okay.
And
Well, so
let's
for
just
I
get.
don't know. How do you suggest that
So,
do I just need to test it all?
oh, I was dang it! I didn't send you a black light, did I?
I have a black light. I have a bulb.
Do you have a little tiny one on your keychain?
No.
Dren does.
I've seen like the spy lights. Is that the same thing?
This is a
Oh,
fairy lamp.
yeah, that's beautiful.
This is a common one. I just sold this. It's going to Canada. That's what it looks like. There's tons of this one. There's tons of this exact fairy lamp out there.
I love that you showed it though. Like actually,
that's my first picture. Anything
that's
that I
beautiful.
have that has uranium or cadmium, or sometimes you'll see a purple.
I did that with this. I plugged it up. It's just a lamp. I plugged it up, and my picture, my first picture was it glowing, and it sold within like 2 days of listing it. And it's just like a mason jar lamp. So I'm using your tips over here.
I think glass and clothes are Noel's favorite. You be quiet, Marie.
I'm going to skip to the bottom because I'm missing all of this. But Outcountry Sales, hello. Gulf Coast Pickers is here also. Yeah, I'm glad that you guys are.
Outcountry Sales. Where are you, Amber?
Here we are. The Vintage Viking sold an Abacus for $220 and a PS2 game for $160. That's awesome. Q said my favorite sale this week wasn't my most valuable, but was because one of my amazing subscribers bought it for me to show support. Yeah, like your favorite sale. What was your favorite sale or your best sale of the week, Noelle?
Let me see.
Drew said, while you're thinking about that, Drew said, I haven't sold anything, only bought. And Drew made a major purchase this week, you guys. You want to hear about it? Drew bought a truck this week.
Nice. Okay.
He's been searching forever, and one of our friends was like, I'll sell you my truck, and did. And so Drew has a new truck, very well deserved. He's needed a truck for a very long time. So he got a Bighorn Edition Dodge Ram pickup. So
yes, sir.
What room are you in? She's in Dren's room, right?
I'm in Dren's bedroom upstairs. Well,
at the new place.
So I've gutted almost the whole upstairs. There's really not much of any room up here. Are you headed out?
Yeah.
All right. Here's Drew's twin from the Pacific Northwest. He won't come over here though. You can take it. Just leave some for Dren.
Okay. Do you want any?
No.
Drew just said, "What's up, Noelle?"
Bye. I love you too.
Hokas that sold for 103. I'd have to ask Matthew, were they carbon? Were they the Carbon X by chance, or just in really good shape? DuPage Picker says yes, Illinois. So I'm way far behind. I'm scrolling to the bottom. Go ahead.
I would have had to feel bad. Okay, this is my favorite sale this week. 18. Sold for $24 including shipping.
Oh yeah, Jello molds.
Oh, not just Jello molds. These are the Easter egg ones.
Yeah, we used to have those when I was a kid.
Not just any Jello mold will sell for this. I talked about that on my Let's Talk About Tupperware and Rubbermaid.
Yeah, you want to see what I just, I don't know where they are. I just listed the jelly bean jelly molds. Yeah, so, and a lot of people used Jello shooters as a keyword in their title for those.
Yep.
So I found 2 of them for 75 cents a piece, and I think I listed them at like $30 or something for the set.
My second favorite sale, which was the last of 4. Don't laugh, you guys. Okay, go ahead and laugh because I'm laughing all the way to the bank. Any of you bin pickers?
Trader Joe's bag. Okay, yeah, reusable bag. Wow.
One of them
you
went
always
to Canada
do so well on those
because people collect them. If it's sold, I'll tell you what. If it's sold once, it'll sell again. And right now, Trader Joe's doesn't have any of their bags because they are out of stock, and they're probably sitting in the Bay in California.
Fine craftsmanship that they're selling there. They're like brand new Bondi 7s. Looked like someone ran in them once and then got rid of them. Wow.
Oh, wow. Nice.
And then I saw a lake home purchase here, Wild at Heart Thrifters. My big purchase this week was a lake house in Texas, signed today. How excited is that? Congratulations.
Did you pay cash for it?
That's incredible. I'm saying it's incredible regardless, but Noelle wants to know if you own it.
It is.
Drew did pay cash for his truck, Noelle. You'll be happy to know that he owns his truck.
I paid cash for my new Jeep too. I don't owe anybody anything. So here's the bad thing about that, right? So my dad died in 1990 in a tractor accident on our farm.
Oh, wow.
The property everything was put into a trust. My mom owns 33% of the trust, and my siblings, there's 5 of us, and I own the rest of the trust. Kind of technically, that's how it is. I mean, there's more legal jumbo. Anyway, so we sold the farm, which is the house that I currently live in. I turned 1 in May, and we moved in September. I'm going to be 55 in May, so we've been there for 54 years. I have lived in that house all but 10 years of my life.
Wow.
Anyway, so we each got a small portion, a very small portion of the sale. And the rest of it is in the trust. And if we need, I mean, basically we're leaving it in the trust until my mom passes away because we want to make sure she's taken care of. And so that's where that is. My brother, my oldest brother, my sister, my brother, I have 1 sister and 3 brothers. My sister's the oldest. My sister and my brother are trustees on the trust with my mom. So my oldest brother told me I was never going to find a piece of property for the amount of money that we were all given in the area where we live, that I was going to need to go to Klamath Falls, Oregon, or Castle Rock, Washington, which no, I don't want to live in Oregon, and I would never live in Castle Rock. It's just me. It's just out in the middle of nowhere. It's a good hour from anywhere. Anyway, and so in my brain, I was like, oh, it's on. It's on. You know, don't tell me I can't. Don't tell me I'm not going to find something. So I put 2 bids in on 2 other houses, but since I was using the farm as the sale of the farm, which didn't go through until the 30th of December, the 27th, since I was using that as my payment method, right? I just quit looking after a while because, you know, we still had houses are crazy. You can't buy a house in my neighborhood last night, oh my gosh, I already looked, these 2 houses are already sold from last night.
Oh, I'm sure. I believe that.
I took this picture off of Zillow last night.
Hey, Adam.
Me is where my house is.
And those 2 just sold like immediately. Oh my God.
770,000. See that house right there? 645,000. Do you see where that red that dot me is?
So they're on either side of you.
Lots. I bought my house is on 2 city lots. But they couldn't sell it that way because they hadn't legally split it.
Marie said Castle Rock would have been closer to her though.
I paid $325. Castle Rock would not be closer to you. I paid $325 for my house and both.
That's insane.
By the time I get done remodeling my house and I build my shop, which is going to have a kitchen, a bathroom, and a bedroom, which will be my office, so that I can split the property and resell it.
Wow.
I will be able to almost quadruple my money here.
So smart. Like you're such a good businesswoman.
That's a reseller.
Yeah.
And I so want to tell my oldest brother,
look what I did. Look what I could do. Junk Monkey just sold an AC adapter for a vintage Sears camera. That's Awesome. I love it. And let's see. I for sure would love to be debt free. Did you see everyone saying like I think was it Hell's Canyon paid off the truck. And they said that the lake house will be debt free in April. Like, but then Brian said he had to take out a loan to fill up his truck this week. Lindsay says just joining, but yay for baseball being back. It was a happy day in our house. Are you a baseball fan?
I don't do sports at all.
I mean, you have to
I
cheer
should
for the
say
Nationals,
my
so I can
kids,
understand you
my
not.
kids played sports, but no, who has time for that to watch them?
Yeah, yeah, it's a full-time job if you're gonna cheer for a team. I tell you, Trevor's just dot 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 dot. Is that about the Nationals? The ultimate flip. DePage Picker is really complimenting your flip there. Yeah, that's
Thanks, Greg.
awesome. How long do you think that you'll stay where you're at?
I don't probably 5 years because
That's
Ryan, my
it?
youngest, yeah. I don't know. I love this house, so who knows?
5 years goes by really fast. You might not be ready to part with it in 5 years.
I know.
Just sold a house in Vancouver, Washington, had it for 2 years, made great money on it. I bet if you bought it 2 years
I'm in
ago,
Vancouver, Washington. Where are you? We need to meet.
maybe they sold the house on either side of you.
It's
Oh,
crazy
man.
here. There's only 3, let's see. In the United States, Washington is number 4 for the most expensive place to buy a house. Hawaii is number 1.
Wow, I'd rather live in Hawaii.
And this area of Washington where I live, but where the farm is, the center in Ridgefield, is the fastest growing area in the state of Washington.
Wow.
And unless you know somebody, good luck getting a contractor.
Yeah, it's hard finding a contractor around here to do anything. Hell's Canyon Hustle says, I'm listening to this as I'm looking for a lost sold item. Let me tell you guys about the hours of my life that I spent today and yesterday.
Walk away from the lost sold item until tomorrow, and it'll come back to you.
Yesterday
the minute you go down that rabbit hole, you found it, didn't you?
Well, I was searching for this yesterday and I couldn't find it. And I spent almost an entire 2 hours today searching for it, which was it doesn't always just pop back up. So I'm gonna throw Drew under the bus and tell you guys that he moved the tote that it was in, thinking that it was our stuff. And I was telling a rural squirrel Kristen about this, and she said
he's not allowed to be a reseller.
I was telling a rural squirrel, and she says, "Oh my gosh, I don't know, I might have went crazy." And I was like, "I chose to just walk away silently. Like, I'm sure I've moved his stuff and probably cost him hours of his job too, right?"
He's giggling at you.
He probably is. Yeah. I met you at a Boyd's sale. Wild at Heart Thrifters says, met you at a Boyd's sale.
You probably did. Boyd's auctions. I'll tell you what, my mind right now is so with everything that's going on. And you're in Texas now. You need to go find Scott, the Cha-Ching King, and meet up with him.
Yeah. If you ever go grocery shopping in Hawaii, you'll change your mind. Drew said it had our stuff in it. On it. Just because something is sitting on it doesn't denote what's in the thing, right?
Well, he said, Drew, I'm going to tell you the same thing that I tell Dren. Was it yours? If it's not, you shouldn't touch it.
Actually, I probably asked him at one point or another too. Kim says, it seems like the west of the U.S. is really expensive from what I hear. It's somewhat still cheap here in Ohio. Still,
yeah. And even in New York, because Janet was sending me all kinds of pictures. She's trying to get me to move to New York. I'm like, it's not going to happen because they're freaking mosquitoes there are the size of little hummingbirds.
You should see Missouri mosquitoes. Like where we live used to be swamp. So yeah, they're crazy. He said I ate it.
Trish, Nana Tink's treasure. Trish, did you guys move to Florida or do you have a house for the winter in Florida? I totally missed that whole thing, but I think she's in Florida now.
Everything is mine, he says. So let me try to think. I'm trying to think of the best thing that I sold. I sold a huge oil painting picture. And when I say huge, it's like more than a yard wide, like 38 inches or something, plus this huge ornate frame. I sold it for $80, and I had calculated FedEx shipping turned on, and I didn't have turned on apparently to give the buyer my discount. And now I realize why one finally sold when I have 3 listed. It's because she paid $80 for the picture. She paid $102 for shipping.
Yep.
So I'm saying that that was my best sale, because I always like to remind people, pick up big things. People will pay for shipping if they need it, if they want it. Now, it didn't cost that. So I'm kind of in a dilemma, because the last time there was an item that I thought was a gross overcharge, I refunded the buyer what I felt was fair, minus my shipping supplies, because it cost $20 just in shipping supplies
I
for
was
this
going to
thing.
say your shipping supplies and your time are part of that too. So,
Right. And then
so
even
you
after
can
that, I
feel
still felt like there was like a little bit, but the last person, they didn't say anything. Like I messaged them and I said, I wanted to refund this to you. And they didn't even say so much as say thank you. So it kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. And I'm wondering, should I refund this person some? They paid more
no.
for shipping than the item.
So I used to refund people, if at the end of the whole thing, if there was more than $3 overage between my shipping costs and my time, I would refund them that. Many people never said anything, you know what I mean? But at this point anymore, your time, your effort, your gas, your everything. So if they know they're paying the shipping and they know what they're paying and they pay for it, then they paid for it. They didn't ask you for a refund. They didn't ask you for a cheaper price.
That's what Drew said. He's like, she was fine to pay that. And I was like, so I didn't do it right away, because I was kind of in a salty mood when I was reading it anyway. And I thought, I'll just deal with this later. Nana Tink says, no, they're only snowbirds. They're getting ready to go back to Pennsylvania in about a month when the weather gets warmer there.
Okay.
Did you see what Christopher just said? He has some items from his mother's estate going up for sale at Christie's in 2 weeks. One of them is her 8-piece luggage, Louis Vuitton luggage
set. Yep.
Oh my gosh. I cannot even imagine what that's going to go for. Christie's, holy cow. I'm excited. I want updates on that, Christopher, whenever. Like, I can't wait to see.
Christopher, when are you coming on Rachel's channel?
It's to be determined. I'll work on Christopher and see if he'll ever like to come on. But it's
that book, It Takes a Village. It's gonna take a village to get him on your show. So we're all gonna have to let him have it.
Yep. We'll all work on him, maybe. Patrick Murphy. Yes, hello.
Well, hey, Patrick Murphy.
So glad that you're
Trevor
here.
said the mosquitoes are terrible in Alaska, and I know they are too, because I have I have family in Alaska. Oh yeah.
I would not expect that. How? Like, the mosquitoes die off when it gets cold here. I don't refund. They know the shipping when they buy, but I use calculated shipping, so usually correct. I used calculated shipping, but the thing was, I didn't have it giving them my discount. So, you save 40% on FedEx. So let's say $100, $60, like, she didn't get my discount. But I had to go buy a mattress pad for it, and I had to buy full size because they didn't have twins. So that was $17. And then I had to buy 2 boxes. So that was another $3. It was $20 just in the shipping supplies.
So do you guys have a U-Haul rental place in your town?
No, they just do U-Haul rentals, like, at random businesses. There's a storage shed place.
Do they sell boxes at those random businesses, the U-Haul boxes?
No, I don't think so. We have Walmart for boxes.
Do you have a Home Depot or a Lowe's?
No.
Oh my. Hey, Rachel.
You're gonna tell me to move? I love this small town. It's 6 square miles. We know everybody. Like, most of the time I get boxes just because people bring me boxes. Like, we went to a friend's house the other day.
Hi.
Hey, Dren, how's it going? Hey, would you tell everybody to do that, Dren? Would you tell them, hey, hit the thumbs up?
Tell everybody to put a thumbs up on the video.
If you can't look at that adorable face and hit the thumbs up, guys.
Don't be crawling around in the attic.
I don't give my shipping discount to the buyers. That goes towards the eBay's fees. Yes, it does for USPS for sure. And I've never turned it on. But when, like in this particular case, what I'm saying is no wonder no one was buying this picture. It was telling them it was going to be $102. Like where this lady was okay with it, I can see why no one else on eBay has been okay with it.
Well,
And
that's because they didn't want it that bad, and she did. So,
but I don't want it in my closet is the problem.
You had it in your closet?
I don't want it here. I want someone to buy it. So, I mean, if it was small, we're talking, I would bring it over here because I have 2 more, but you guys are huge. He's fine.
They are. So I'll tell you something. I don't know if you've ever seen the black velvet paintings.
I love velvet paintings. I just think they're so cool.
So Marie, don't turn that off. Thank you. Marie Perlette, she lives about 24 miles north of me towards Seattle. She lives in Longview, Washington. Anyway, so she comes down all the time where I go up there. But one of Boyd's estate sales, as a matter of fact, had one hanging on the wall, and it was a pirate ship. And I was like, oh man, I wanted that so bad. And it was huge.
I bet that was beautiful.
Still in my garage because there's a little boy who thinks he needs it in his room.
Oh, good.
I just thought to myself, okay, well, I'll let him if he wants to keep it forever. If not, they never go out of style. And it was a pirate
they're
ship.
So cool.
Well, when this estate sale company on Sunday at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, they shut down the whole estate sale, and then they just auction off by room. Well, I couldn't go there that day, and Marie and her husband were there, so they got it for me. I think for like $5.
Wow.
So anyway, Dren's pretty excited.
I love it. I want to see a picture of it whenever you unearth it from everything that's stored. Hey, Lori, we're super glad that you're here. Christopher's laughing. No Costco, no Home Depot. Where the heck do you live? I don't even know where the closest Costco would even be to me. Probably 3 hours. I remember when you asked me once how far I was from a Whole Foods or a Trader Joe's, and I was like 3 hours at least. There's absolutely not. There's nothing like that around here because we were talking about where I could actually buy some figs, and you can't. Yeah. Doing it wrong is happy to see. Oh, look, they're all like, oh,
hi, Jeremy. And hey, Brian, Red Dirt Picker Brian. Oh, man, I can't even tell you some of the deals. That's like when hopefully Dom's not lurking. That's like when you never know when he's going to pop up.
That's a good point.
When you had to do when you knew you were going to go in your thrift battle against Georgia, I was like, oh crap. And I told her, I said, hey, Rachel, how about if I sell you a reseller box for $5?
I didn't, guys. I promise I didn't. I sourced all my stuff. You can see it in the video.
She wouldn't do it, which is okay. I wouldn't have done it, but we were joking about it. But you did good. I mean, man, you held your own well. George is awesome too.
Who are you going up against on the next one?
I'll be going up against T.
That's what I thought. I thought you were up against T. That's cool.
She's all nervous.
I'm excited to see it.
The two of us are gonna. I'll tell you what. Every time I've done a thrift battle, if you go back and read the comments, because I like to leave. If people say things on. If I'm on your channel, say somebody comes in, I'll go back in a week or so and look at the comments and address them if they said something to me. I just think it's good manners to do that.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Q, go ahead. Q said she just sold a chicken and eggs magnet. She's been selling a lot of vintage magnets. I didn't know that's something that I've seen you sell before in the past.
Yep.
Hey, Doc Diggle. What's your advice on picking up refrigerator magnets, like vintage ones? What's your advice on it?
I let Dren come with me, and he'll clean the whole refrigerator off, and they'll sell him the whole bag for like 50 cents.
Aw, because he's adorable. Nice.
Bring me stuff. They think it's funny. He'll bring me stuff, and he'll go, Nanny, you could sell this, and he's 100% right. That kid, I would love to see become a picker and sell. But
the last estate sale that we went to, Israel was looking at the tools, and there was like this tiny little screwdriver, and there was this little wrench that would have come in with like if you bought a piece of furniture, like the tools that come in it. Okay, absolutely
with
worthless.
IKEA and that kind of
Yeah,
stuff. The
like
little things.
worthless
Yeah.
stuff. And the guy had like a quarter on each one, I think, or maybe
Yep.
10 cents or something, right? I pay for everything. And then like this guy, he was like, I don't know, he was kind of snobby. But and then I looked down and realized Israel's still holding these two tools. And I think anyone selling anything would have been like, oh, just take it. It was literally 25 cents. And I was like, oh, I forgot his tools. And he was like, oh, okay, it's 25 cents. And like broke $1 for it too, because this boy is holding these IKEA tools, and I'm like, okay, here's your 25. Like, I wasn't trying to get out of there with it. It just kind of, I don't know. I just thought that was weird, because I probably would have been like, oh my gosh, just take it. Oh, look, the Nashville Flippers are here.
And so is Chad, Gateway Pickers.
Yes, yes. Let's see here. Wow, mine just left me out in the closet. You guys, if you haven't hit the thumbs up already, then that's why you haven't made your sale yet. Hello ladies, so glad I made it. Just got back in town. It's the Atomic Redhead Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah, Q says Pam gets everything so cheap. Best partner to have is a cute kid, y'all. I did ask Dello to go ask about a pair of boots at a yard sale when he was a little bit younger, because I was like, they'll give them to you at a good price. I was like, go ask her how much these boots are. And they were like $1. So how much did you end up spending at the estate sale today?
$295.
Oh man, did you fill your car?
I bought 2 of those huge bins that they were, because I need bins because I may or may not be moving.
Yeah, maybe need those.
So those huge Christmas bins, the big, huge ones, I bought 2 of those, and those were filled up. And then I bought the most, I'm going to have to do a let's talk about canning supplies. So I don't think a lot of people realize the last couple of years during the pandemic, you couldn't not damic. I sold, okay, so I went to, when we had the big recession in 2008, 2009, and I got laid off from my welding inspection job, I worked for my sister. They had a historic house in Astoria, Oregon. So Kindergarten Cop, if you've watched that, that's where it was filmed. So I went and did a lot of this kind of stuff. Is nothing like all the windows and doors had to be painted 3 different colors.
Oh, wow.
You know, all that kind of stuff. And then I remodeled some other stuff for her. But where was that story going? Kindergarten Cop, Astoria. What were we talking? It's the chemo. I tell you, I lose my train of thought in like a hot second.
Well, you know, sometimes I don't remember what I walked in the room for or what I was trying to say either.
Canning supplies. You couldn't get any. And so, you know, I bought the coolest, most vintage canner today for $10, and I couldn't believe it because I'm probably going to sell it for $400.
Wow.
And I literally ran inside and I got Terry, Mindful Recycle, and I go, oh my God, you got to.
Did you get so excited you want to share it with somebody?
I was like, I go, look at can you believe this? I mean, I didn't even go through the garage. I couldn't even get through the house.
That's incredible. Yeah, doing it wrong brings up a good point. Maybe the seller was trying to help teach Israel how buying and selling works. So that's a good point.
That could be too. Very much so.
Very, very true.
And you know, Dren gets a lot of stuff that he does pay for. He has his own money.
Yeah.
Canning supplies are nothing short of crazy right now, but 2 years ago they were even worse. And so, that's where I was going. I went through a program called the Master Food Preservers Program through Washington State University and our extension office. So I technically, even though I haven't done my hours for years, but I am a master food preserver with the state of Washington. So I have more canning jars than probably, I don't know how many different grocery stores. Marie, you be quiet.
Hey, Rachel.
She's always got something to say.
What about like the used, like you talking about, like the mason jars and stuff?
Sure, mason jars, but I'll tell you what, you couldn't get the lids for them. They didn't have the lids.
Oh,
I have lids. I sold jars, and these ladies would like so I did a yard sale. I do one big yard sale every year. And I went through all of my canning jars and I kept the ones that I specifically wanted for myself. Okay, first off, let's just say this. All of the narrow mouth jars, so you have narrow mouth jars and you have wide mouth jars,
mhm.
right? I don't like using the narrow mouth jars because if you're doing pickles or anything like that, it's harder to get them filled. So I decided, first off, I'm going to get rid of all my narrow mouth jars. And I called some of my friends in the canning group, the WSU canning group, and I asked if there was anybody that needed jars. And one guy answered me back and he goes, "No, Noelle, you can sell those." And I go, "Yeah, I do that for a living. I am well aware that I can sell them. I'm also well aware that there's a lot of people out there that can't afford to buy them. Do we know anybody in our group that needs jars?"
Yeah, that's
So
thoughtful.
he sent me this lady. She called and I said, "Come on down." I literally filled her van up. Her 2 kids had to squeeze into one seat in the front seat. I gave her a pressure cooker and a water bath cooker. I loaded her up.
Terry's here.
Hi, Terry. I already told on you.
Terry, we've been talking about you. Gino, thank you a whole lot. I work really hard on this channel. I wish that you guys knew how many hours a day and a week I spend on this channel. Carla is here.
Carla's
Just got
here.
home
Hi,
from work.
Carla.
That's awesome.
Some of us do know. Some of us do know.
I know it's so much hard work. I saw Lori, Mama with the camera, up there also. Jung Monkey says, I found a Ray Dunn birdhouse today, comped it out, and the first one that popped up was $400. I about had a heart attack. All the other listings were under 20. I think that one person's probably
depends
reaching.
on how old it is. If it's one of her original pieces, it'll be worth way more money than the more manufactured stuff.
Some people I feel like think all of it's worth a whole lot, or they'll throw theirs up for a lot. And then if the other listings are 20, I wouldn't think it's worth 400 because all the rest of the ones for 20 wouldn't even still be there. But the most important thing would be to check the sold comps because that's going to tell you what people are actually willing to pay for.
Comps. Also check the feedback score of the sellers that have them listed. If you have a seller that's got 23,000 feedback score and they're listing it for 20, they probably know what they have.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? There's multiple different ways to check your comps to see what you have on those kinds of items.
Looky here. I'm glad that Jennifer Hayes is here. Super glad whenever she's able to.
Miss Jen, how are you?
Join us on Friday. She dropped Noelle's link here, guys. You got to go sub to Noelle.
Her. I miss a lot of you guys. I've been I don't know where I've been here.
She said,
when I'm not here, I'm cleaning. Okay, I'm gonna tell on myself. I might need my napkin.
Oh gosh, is this a sad story?
If I had to admit to some of the stuff that has been thrown away out of the cupboards in my house, I'd probably have to hurt myself.
Oh.
Tuesday mornings is when the dumpster gets emptied at the farm. And so Tuesday morning, like an hour before I know the garbage truck has come, that's when I go. I have to, because some stuff just isn't worth reselling. I give stuff away. Marie comes and gets stuff, blah, blah, blah. But it's just like, I have to do it just before the garbage truck is going to get there, or I'd be dumpster.
Or you'll change your mind. That's hilarious. What's the worst thing that you got rid of that you shouldn't have?
So okay, wait a minute. Were we going to talk about something bad that happened this week?
No, I'm not good, bad, and ugly anymore. No, we're just positive.
Didn't you say something? What was the other thing?
No, we're best thing this week. We're the best thing you bought, the best thing you sold, and the best thing in your personal life. I don't even talk about bad stuff anymore.
The best thing in my personal life is I walked away from somebody that's related to me that has emotionally damaged me for years. And everything that they gave me, I took out to the dumpster and I threw it in there and I broke them like a Greek wedding. And it felt so
Oh, well,
good.
I bet that was therapeutic, Noelle.
So that's good, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that is good. Jessica Marie is here. If you guys haven't checked out Jessica's channel, I just wanted to tell you guys about it because listen, this girl has some clean with me videos. And I know that's not, strictly reseller content, but if you've ever turned on a clean with me video, like sometimes when I'm giving the house a real spring cleaning, I will cast it up on the TV and I'm like, she's cleaning. Oh, look, she got like underneath on like the spot in the back of the toilet and stuff. I'm going to go, and I'm really deep cleaning because someone else is. And so I told her I'm going to put one of her cleaning video, playlist that she has on while I clean my bedroom this weekend because Lord knows it needs it. So like here is someone, she is always in reseller chats. She is in the reseller auctions. Like she supports so many reseller channels. And here's somebody that you need to subscribe to this girl, Jessica Marie. Like,
oh, Jen, Miss Jen dropped her link.
Oh, did she drop it?
She did. She dropped
and she's
like
very close to, she's super, super close to 1,000 subscribers, guys. But I will tell you that there's not, I don't want to say there's not another person that would be as appreciative, but she's as appreciative as they come if you would give a subscribe over there to her.
She's at 803. She is now at 804.
That's fantastic. Like she's so close and she works hard too. Hey, Israel, do you want to come say hi?
I just subscribed
you can
to
come
Jessica.
Here. Yes,
come
you guys, she's
Israel.
awesome. Come here, buddy. He wants to say hi to everybody. Oh, he's a Minecraft creeper.
Oh, you know what? Dren has those same pajamas.
The same ones? They like your jammies.
Yes. Yes, he's on his second pair because he wore out the first pair. And they make the coolest Minecraft wallpaper.
Really? That'd be pretty cool. This little guy has had fever the last 2 nights, you guys, and feeling his head right now and the fact that it's cool is such a blessing. Cause I mean, it was like 103 and without, and like Tylenol would bring it down to, he just ran 100 like all day long. He didn't go to school today or yesterday, but
are you 7?
It's gone.
Is that how old you are?
No, he's 7.
5. Oh my God. Are you kidding me?
He's such a little guy. Are you little?
He's such
You're
a little
big
guy.
boy, aren't you?
He acts older than 5, and that's probably because he's around older people.
Yeah, because his brother's 15.
That's funny. Dren
my cheeks are hot. Yeah, you feel nice and cool. I'm so glad that you're cooler than I am. You guys are amazing for subbing to Jessica. That's super awesome. Christopher said the best thing for me this week was I found the perfect. Oh my gosh, I was going to read that all out loud. Christopher, he's laughing out loud right now. I guarantee it.
The best thing for me this week was I found the perfect G-string that fits. Well,
it's imperfect, guys.
Keep those pictures to yourself.
Yeah, we might not even need to see them. I have the same PJs, Nikki and Gary said. Who knew they made them in a 3X? They said they had the same PJs as you, Israel. Yeah, I'm glad that his fever's down too, guys. Like super. Rachel, my 9-year-old had the same fever yesterday and half of today. It's weird. There were no other symptoms, not a single other symptom. He just had like a high fever. That's weird. Paul, I'm so glad that you're here.
Hey, Paul, how are you doing, buddy?
Yeah,
oh my gosh, I'm seeing all kinds of people. I mean, I really have had to pull myself out of the loop and just not. Good night, Glenn.
Good night.
And not, I listen to a lot of people and I always was really good about leaving a comment if I listened, but now it's just like, and I'm not popping into hardly any live chats the last couple of weeks. And so just bear with me, you guys. You'll get sick of me again in another month. I'll be back. I'll still be putting out my my house videos. I got a good one coming up.
It's so exciting to see everything that you're doing to the house. Tropical Flipper now, he's like a lot of record sales, correct?
Oh, really?
I think so. I think if I'm not wrong, he said she started to read it and I was like, no,
you're supposed to send him back up so that he can put him to bed.
Oh, send him back up to go to bed. I love you. Can I have a kiss goodnight? Good night, sweetheart. Good night,
Israel.
Tell Noelle good night. Say good night, Noelle.
Good night, sweetheart.
I think my parents must have good night, sweetheart. I think my parents must have missed the show tonight or something because I know they hadn't seen anything, but I feel like
I was
if
gonna
they
say if
saw him, they definitely would have had to chime in. So they must have
they
missed
would
it tonight.
absolutely. You're not wrong. I'm wrong. So doing it wrong's name is Jeremy. He's going to be mad at me now. Not really, because he told me that on one of my videos, but he cracks me up, and he is super smart.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the niche here that I need to know about? That
Oh, he
what's
knows everything. He's
everything?
kind of like into everything too. But finally got your kids to sleep. Oh my goodness, they probably are celebrating your mom's birthday. Happy birthday,
Wait, is her birthday today?
Rachel's mom. What day's your mom's birthday? Is it the 11th?
My mom?
Drew said that they probably are celebrating your mom's birthday.
Oh, he's right. Oh, okay. Yeah, sorry, I was so confused by what you were just saying. I thought you were saying it was Petey's birthday, and I was like, what?
Oh.
Yeah, my mom's birthday is the 8th. And they probably are celebrating. As a matter of fact, she told me that they were going to be having dinner with one of my sisters. So you're right. That's probably where they are. Yeah.
There you go. My
I
mother's
have one
birthday is on the 26th of this month, and it is also, sadly, will be the 5-year anniversary of Dren's mom passing away.
Oh, wow.
So it doesn't seem like it's been that long. It's funny because, and maybe it's because Dren and I talk about his mom all the time. I mean, it's like she's in the next room. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's perfect. That's good.
I absolutely do not want him to forget her at all.
Yeah.
There's a big picture of her and him on our refrigerator.
Oh.
And I have, she had a blanket made for him about a month before she passed away that she goes, I just went on your Facebook and stole a bunch of pictures. And she had a blanket made for him of all the people that love, with pictures of him. So he sleeps with that. And then, it's like today, I don't know what we were talking about. And he goes, I miss mommy. And I go, I know you do, buddy. But, I said, she's right here. She's with you every day.
Yeah.
So he is going to be put out to sleep and have some major dental surgery on the 29th of this month because he was born 8 weeks early and his enamel didn't set right.
So wow.
He has crowns on all of his baby teeth and they're starting to fall out. So they're taking 4 out and putting 2 new enamel crowns up here. And then spring vacation, he is going with his mother's grandparents, his great grandparents. He's going on a week-long trip with them. So he's so totally excited. He can't hardly stand himself.
His mother's grandparents.
So
and they're going to keep him for a week. He's going to run them ragged.
Oh, they love it. They think
really.
They think he's the neatest thing since sliced bread. I paid him to think that.
That's so sweet. He's adorable. Amy is here. I usually miss the live because Friday is date night, but I'm sneaking a peek on a potty break. Oh, I probably missed her then. Oh, on a potty break. That's so funny. We're glad that you're here. I have a little bit of a date tonight too. I'm watching that movie with Drew after this. That's probably why
he was like, popcorn ready, buddy.
I guarantee he's not even listening. He's getting Israel to sleep. So I was like, please have him in bed.
That's true.
This is so funny. Doing it wrong says, I learned from you, all you folks, and regurgitate. I'm not smart. I'm just a parrot.
Hey, Jeremy,
Scott, is it really your birthday?
How many storage units have you got?
Are his mainly?
The Hoogs are here. Watch out.
Oh boy. Let me scroll down here and see. Oh wow. The Hoogs. Hey, Rachel and Noelle. I haven't framed our pictures yet, but
you're in so much trouble. Sure.
Oh, she says, you're young and gorgeous for a grandma. That's exactly what I was just thinking. Did Jessica Marie just say that she had 8 grandchildren and 1 on the way? Like, I would never have guessed she had 1 grandchild.
She says Thrifty Amy says, Jessica Marie, you are young and gorgeous for grandma.
Yeah.
Here I am, the tired mama of a kindergartner and a pre-kid at 40. Woo. I'm just going nuts with a grandkid at 54.
Do you want to sing Scott happy birthday?
Oh, nobody wants to hear me sing.
We'll sing just the first line, okay?
All right. Ready?
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy birthday to you.
You live in a zoo.
Yes, if you live on YouTube, then you do. With the monkeys and the animals.
And you might smell like one too, so take a shower before you go to bed.
How does Jessica have almost 9 grandkids?
Yes, 8 grandkids and 1 on the way. Maybe that's not Jessica in the picture. Maybe that's Jessica's daughter.
Jessica, is this one of your grandkids in the picture? No, I've seen her videos. She's young and beautiful. Just give us your moisturizing routine. If you could do that, that would be amazing. Listing a bunch of Wham and sealed Van Halen records.
Oh my God, I love Wham. I just bought some Wham. That's my high school years.
And then when it sells, you can look at the sale and be like, wham. Yeah, right.
I graduated in 1985 on my counter. And I'm proud of it.
Did you say 1986?
I'm the generation that we didn't have bicycle helmets. We didn't have knee pads and elbow pads. We didn't have, we had a rotary phone. We had party lines. We had the first computers. We had the first electronic games. I remember when my best friend moved to Philadelphia. I was in the 3rd grade. She was in the 4th grade. And we would handwrite letters to each other, right? And I remember seeing a commercial on TV that said, someday we will be able to talk to each other and see each other. Well, here we are.
Yeah.
What do you know about that?
One day, video phones will be a thing. Isn't that hilarious? And now it's like,
Scotty.
Yeah, that's like literally what we do.
We drank out of I still do, Greg. Sorry. Faucets and hoses.
Hey guys, I'm dropping a link right now from a channel. If you are not familiar, Jennifer has started posting more content, and so I just dropped Jennifer's link.
Jennifer Hayes.
Yeah. So you guys have to go check out Jennifer also, because she's just
I owe her some jewelry. Ooh, that's
she's always doing the most for everybody. So like, how remiss would we be not to sub her back and turn on notifications? Because I didn't have my notifications on, and I didn't realize that she started putting videos out.
Yep.
And so yeah, definitely.
Her granddaughter was recently. When I say recently, it's been has it been almost a year now, Jennifer? Her granddaughter, wow. Her daughter was diagnosed type 1 diabetic. Now, my granddaughter was diagnosed when she was 6, literally on St. Patrick's Day was when she went into the hospital. And that's a hard one when you have a little one. I don't know who cried more, her or I, when her mom couldn't deal with it, and so I did most everything. I took care of her for years, and now she's 15. She lives with her mom, and I see her whenever, but I haven't seen her for a while. But I took care of her for that whole period of time. She pretty much lived with me off and on all the time. Yeah,
I love these stories about how reckless everybody lived in the 80s and 90s.
Oh yeah, no car seats. No car seat belts, and there were no car seats when I was little. My mom had this weird bucket thing that was supposedly a car seat, but it was literally like that. And
yeah,
it was like a bucket.
So would you want to play a game, Noelle?
Let's go.
Okay. So guys, this is how it's going to work. If you're new here and you're not familiar, I am going to have Noelle draw a picture. When she shows us the picture, your job is to guess what it is. Okay, but there's a little bit of twist, you'll see, but don't guess in the chat until I type the word start. and then you may start guessing. But so Noelle, we already talked about the best thing, that you bought and sold this week. So not this week, just think of something recently that you were pretty excited, or maybe you were even surprised that it sold, surprised to see the value of something. It could be anything that you would like to draw a picture of. So don't say it out loud and don't start drawing the picture yet. But as soon as you decide what it is, put that pretty little piece of paper on top of your head to draw the picture. And no peeking, okay? Jennifer says, I love this game. I really love this game too. You guys can play this at home.
I can't peek.
At the paper, no, you got to just keep it up on top of your head and draw the whole thing. Another little play on playing this game is what Drew and I did whenever we hosted the show together. We looked at each other and drew pictures of each other on top of our head. So you guys, I would encourage that as your date night activity. Like, look at your spouse and try to draw a picture on top of your head. Are we playing Pictionary now? Kind of doing it wrong. We play this every week and it's really fun. So whoever wins and guesses first what Noelle has drawn, I'm gonna buy you a drink. So you just DM me over on Instagram. I'm reseller Rachel Strickland on Instagram. You just DM me what your PayPal is and I send you $5 and buy you a drink. So it's a lot of fun. Or do you know what you're gonna draw?
I know what I'm gonna draw.
Okay.
And this is all I'm gonna say. I think it was 2 weeks ago that it sold, and I knew it would sell.
Okay. Don't tell us anything else. Don't go ahead and put it on top of your head and start drawing your picture. And as soon as you feel like it's done, we're going to guess what it is. Yay. So ready for this game. Torpedo cameras only. Now we have had some interesting drawings come out of this game. We've had a couple of the drawings actually get auctioned off on eBay. I think Joey Bada Bing's auction is going to end Sunday for the drawing that he drew. If you guys watched when Joey was on, his drawing, he was trying to draw a torpedo camera, so I'll just leave it to your imagination what it might have looked like. It was a hilarious moment. We were like crying laughing, and Joey does have that for sale on eBay. It's being auctioned off. If I had the link. Okay, are you guys ready? Okay, go ahead and show it to us. Okay, I'm hitting start, you guys, and this is what it is. This is something that sold. And let's see.
It's on my Instagram, but you don't have time to go look. So there.
The Hook said Drew Strickland. Yeah. So if you guys, they also auctioned off the drawing from the night that they were on. That they drew a picture of Drew. It was hilarious. Grocery bag. Oh, hang on. Let me go back up to the top. Egg keeper, a 3-legged giraffe at a bus stop drinking Starbucks Frappuccino. Badminton net, jar, saw, shelves, zipper, shelf. Stuffed dog, trampoline. This is going to be fun, but difficult given the wide range of things Noelle sells. Awning, barbed wire, brass bed, old bed, saw. Let's see. Christmas lights, figurine.
So those Christmas of you lights? that are saying bed are hot.
Okay, there's a hint for you. Figurine, curtain, bed, table doily, horse, bed, apple peeler, spit. Volleyball net and ball, dog, Trader Joe's bag, poster bed, quilt stretcher, antenna, dog figure, bedspread, field goal, baby bed. No, my kids get the trampolines. Cable cloth, flag, doll bed, sleigh, hammock, sham, daybed, mattress pad, bed warmer, nightstand, crib, bed frame, mattress. Get a little bit closer so they can see the details. She drew 2 circles up there too, guys. Hotbed, electric blanket, mattress. Chair, record holder, futon, cot, blanket, waterbed, bed frame, quilts, headboard, blanket rack, daybed, sheets. You guys are really
what did you just say?
Sheets?
Yep.
It was sheets. Woo! I was getting tired of reading. Sometimes I get tired of my own voice, you guys. Jennifer Hayes won. That's beautiful.
Oh, Jen, you won a bag of jewelry that I already owe you.
I love it. So she's going to send me the bag of jewelry. I'm going to buy you a drink. So Jennifer, if you want it on your buy me a coffee, or if you want it on your PayPal, send me a link to whichever one of those over on Instagram, reseller Rachel Strickland. We follow each other on there.
These are some of the ugliest vintage sheets I ever have seen.
You think they're ugly?
I do.
They don't look ugly.
They literally sold to the Poker Face set.
I saw that. It caused me to look up the movie. I remember you posted that
for whatever number 9. And it was so funny because the gal, she said, "Hi there. Just want to kindly let you know that this is a time sensitive purchase and I need these by no later than March 11th."
Oh, nice,
Anyway,
nice.
anyways,
That-
I spent $1.50 and upgraded them to priority instead of sending them Federal Express. They would have gotten to her in time Federal Express, but I just thought I've really been actually selling quite a few things to production sets.
Yeah, that's always really cool whenever you see that something's going to a set. Hey guys, if you are here to see Noelle more than you're here to see me, you might not know my handsome, amazing MVP of a husband, Drew. This is Drew, you guys.
Oh, they know me.
They know me.
Drew, I have to tell you, Drew, that you have got the best smile in the whole world.
Oh, I hear so many people tell him that
Appreciate
his
it.
laugh is infectious and that his smile is so nice and he just gets all the attention.
Now we know how he hooked you.
I guess.
It was the smile and it was the
I think it was his sense of humor.
Yeah, I think so. Well, sometimes people need a good sense of humor.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have a Costco or a U-Haul or
he had all of those things in the town where he lived, and then he moved over here just to be with me. So I mean,
yeah.
So
almost never hear anybody say FedEx's full name, Federal Express. See, doing it wrong, funny. Didn't know you. Holy beard, I didn't know you married into ZZ Top.
ZZ Tops, yeah, man. That's right. That's what you need to be for Halloween next year.
Love his beard. He was ZZ Top 1 year, isn't that who you were?
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
Now, I think he needs to show up at a run dressed as Forrest Gump when he was running with like a happy face shirt and the little red shorts and stuff and the hat. But I don't know, we get kind of serious whenever we're running. You got to get like the moisture wicking gear and all that. Oh, John Yankee says Federal Express sounds like ammo.
Yeah, I could just put a hat on and a poncho.
Could be the Pony Express.
The Pony Express. Nice. All did you see? Show the picture of those bed sheets again. Now that we know what it was, I got to look at your drawing of it again. Oh, well, the answer was sheets. I already gave the answer. I'm sorry, but she's like, let me fix this real quick.
So these were supposed to be pillows.
Okay.
Yeah. And this was supposed to be like the sheets hanging off the bed.
Oh, you drew the bed.
I'm actually quite surprised that the bed turned out that well.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow, trying to draw. I thought to myself, I should practice this week.
Yep.
Gotcha. Kim says dress like Forrest Gump, and then we'll post it on YouTube.
There you go.
So have you seen a lot of success with, if you guys don't know, Noelle has been posting the videos of her renovating the house that she bought is a Sears Roebuck home, and she's renovating it and posting the videos right here on YouTube. So are you seeing like a really good are people receiving that well? Do they, it's not typical reseller content.
They seem to like them. I mean, let's see, this last one that I just did, which I'm actually in the room. That's the thumbnail.
Yeah.
That's right over there.
Gotcha.
It has, I don't know, because I'm in my, where is this show here? Here, we'll do this. YouTube studio. I just posted that 5 days ago and it has 247 views. So that's
nice.
That's not too bad.
There's Scott.
Scott realized that it's the last half hour that Drew's going to join, so he decided to come in whenever Drew's here.
Sense that I showed up, probably.
He just knew that you were here.
One of my favorite. Speaking of Scott,
we were talking here. Yeah, we were talking about him earlier. Who was it that we were telling him that they live in Texas, and that they need to meet up with Scott, and she said she would love to.
So Scott. Dun, dun, dun.
Look at that Cha-Ching King merch. Nice. It looks just like him. That graphic is so
I love
good.
that. I love the shirt. The whole
He said he
style of the
waited on the
shirt and
wizard.
everything, it's
Oh, there's
perfect.
the hooves.
Oh, you must have been putting Israel to sleep whenever the hoops jumped in
I
here.
didn't see them.
So
I missed everybody coming in.
I want to give you guys another little bit of knowledge that I have because I can't help myself. Almost scared me. Marie, I'm not that person.
I mean, you were like, oh, Scott.
It's so funny. It was
Let
like,
me shout out my shirt real quick. I got this from Pittsburgh Picker. His wife,
oh,
Sarah bleached this herself. She did the
that
tie-dye.
is
It's not
amazing.
vintage, don't worry. But I bought this on their Whatnot auction.
Oh, wait. Here, let me show you my shirt.
No, your shirt's not cool. It's a white shirt. Do you have your? Oh wait, hang on. You do actually have to see his because I told you his logo is his beard. This is his logo.
Nice.
I designed this for him, and it's Strickland Electric. Obviously, it's supposed to be him.
Got to be on the back.
But I'm sorry, you were saying.
You can't see
it. Cracks me up. I love here. My favorite type of videos to watch are sourcing videos. Because I like to see what people really know. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I think I know everything, because Lord knows I don't, and never will. But some days I really do wish that I could just like plug into the matrix and just you know.
Let me learn
it's
everything.
Really difficult sometimes for me to source because I know I don't even comp things anymore. Very seldom will you see me. I comped like 4 or 5 things today. I bought this book for 50 cents. It's odd when you see odd books with odd titles.
I can't wait to see what it is.
I'm just going to cover this because this is a family show.
Oh, thank you.
This book sells for $126 to $156 to $600. This book.
Wow. Is it a reference for celluloid dolls and stuff? Is it like an antique
celluloid
reference?
Closet. It's about an alternative lifestyle. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, that's really okay.
But there's a
what else did you look up?
Is Terry still here? I sent a lot of stuff with Terry. I go, Terry. All right, you guys, I didn't get this today. But a lot of people do not look at children's clothes. I bought a whole
I love vintage children's clothes.
I have a video on it, you guys. This is a 3-month-old bikini.
Oh, that is so sweet. That makes me want to make little 3-month-old bikinis with appliques. That's beautiful. Is that made in America? That looks old.
It sure is, and it's got a union. I don't know that it has a union tag on it, but
beautiful little paper tag there, made in America.
So
I would
in that same bucket. I just bought the whole thing. I didn't go through it after I found this other set because I'm listing these for $120. I may get it, I may not. If you guys are familiar with the vintage Oshkosh baby clothes, they sell for big money, and they usually either go to China or Japan. These are vintage 2T Wranglers.
Oh, those are so fun. I love them. Those are beautiful. I would have picked those up for sure. Yeah. I love the vintage Wrangler button.
I was like, like, what? Look at the bell bottom on that sucker.
It's so adorable. Those are great.
Anyway, I see a lot of people do not look at children's clothes at all, and you should be. If you're looking at clothing for adults and you have children of your own, then you know how expensive children's clothes are and their shoes and how fast they grow out of them.
Yeah. And you can even modern stuff, you can bundle up like a whole lot of 4 t-shirts or 5 pairs of 5. I bought some today at the 25-cent sale. I don't typically do a lot of children's clothes, but I was like, at this price, I can do a bundle of jeans or something. AM Picker is here, and hello. But Kim says, Noelle, you're the bomb. I just had to pay you this compliment from her real quick. I'm always so intimidated by books because everyone I look up has sucky comps, but over $100 for a book is amazing. And Scott says I had too much coffee.
My best buy and sell ever was one book that I bought at a Boyd's auction. Kim would know. I paid $2 for it, and I sold it for $2,200. It went to Germany, or it went back to Germany where it came from. And here's the kicker. There's nothing that makes me giggle with, I don't know, giggle. There's nothing that frustrates me more, that's the word to use, than people who sell things for thousands of dollars with free shipping. Let me tell you, you guys, if they have $2,000 to buy a book, they can pay the shipping. If they have $5,000
That's a good point, Noelle.
to buy a
Get over
ring,
here closer.
they can pay the shipping, they can pay the insurance, they can pay the signature confirmation.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. If you got,
It's, to me, it's such a conundrum. I think to myself, so you will put free shipping on a video game that you paid maybe $2, maybe $3 for, you sold for $19. It's going first class, and then you're going to put free shipping on, or
yeah,
you'll charge
you
shipping.
you make a good point for sure.
Okay, I'm not going to show you the front of this magazine. Well, it's not bad.
What did you buy today?
This, I'll tell you what, my favorite thing to sell is paper, ephemera, period. I don't show a lot of it because a lot of people get bored by it because they don't understand how much money there is in ephemera. Just like the Welch's grape juice jar, quart size, that I bought filled with pencils at a garage sale for 50 cents that I've made over $250
Yeah,
worth.
I love to sell
And
pencils.
I sold the jar that they came in because it was vintage too. This is just a 1967 magazine, the year I was born. It's a men's magazine. You'd never know it, except for it says, this magazine is getting torn apart, and I will be selling the ads out of it because they're print ads. Do you see this?
I knew. Oh, wow. That's really cool. Is that the S10?
no.
Like the first year of the S10?
No.
I mean, I see that it's a new breed of Chevy pickup.
I think it's older.
I don't
67.
know.
I'm just wondering what
26.
all like little trucks.
I love
Maybe
the
it's
camper. Just wait. This book has. Okay, that's all right.
That's beautiful. Yeah, those are awesome. It's too blurry, but from the front, is that a Mercury? It's a what?
It's
a Coronado?
Coronado.
Oh, okay. Wow.
I mean, just the print ads in here. Here's a 67.
Hey, John.
Buick.
Beautiful. Is that Skylark?
It's a Buick. Yeah. GS 400. I mean, oh, here's the best one, in my personal opinion. How to smell good and influence girls. Look at it is all of the old vintage colognes.
Oh, that's really cool. That would be cool framed in a bathroom.
What I think is the funniest about this whole thing is look at their little clip art guy they got sitting on top of up there. It's hilarious. He's
that's really
up there in
cool.
his white shorts and his white shoes. Anyway, so something that you guys should keep in mind when you are at an estate sale and you think you can't find anything. There's catalogs. Vintage catalogs sell for a lot of money.
Yeah, Danielle Yard Sales and Dream sells those. Yep, even like so the JCPenney's wish books and stuff from the 90s, she sells those.
This is the Jeep.
Those are cool.
Wagoneer.
Yeah, and Wagoneer's really big name right now too. So
this is the year I was born.
Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Lori said children's clothes is how she got started reselling in 2020 when people were stuck at home. So I sold a ton of her own kids. I didn't realize that, Lori. That's cool.
This right here will sell too. And what you do is you separate these books here. You take the spine off. You can take a blow dryer and melt the glue. And then you just take an X-Acto knife and cut each page. I just bought myself a Epson 500W, which means it's wireless, duplex scanner. You drop your paper in there, it scans both sides. There's your picture.
Oh, that's perfect.
If you have postcards, you can do postcards. You can do like 50 of them at a time. Boom, 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 boom.
Wow, that's what I need in my life. That's cool. Matthew, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. I appreciate you so much. That's awesome. And Polo. So Kristen and I, we see each other in all the chats. And so we decided this week that we're going to start playing Marco Polo in the chat. So if one of us says Marco, it's the other one's responsibility to say Polo. But last night we were both in Ginger Marvin's live chat, and she popped up and she didn't know I was there yet. She's like, "Hey everyone." And I said, "Marco." And Amanda Brown says, "Polo?" I was like, no, it wasn't for you.
How is Carissa doing?
She would appreciate everybody's prayers right now for sure.
Good.
She's just having you know, she's having a hard time. I don't want to share, you know, anything that I shouldn't, but just as much prayers. Reach out to her too.
I try to send her a message at least once a week. But for me right now, the week, I can't even tell you what day. All day yesterday, I thought it was Friday. And I freaked out at about 5:30. I told my son, I said, "Oh my God," I said, we were here working, and I said, "I'm supposed to be on Rachel's show tonight." And he goes, "Well, what day do you think it is, Mom?"
Nice.
And I said, "It's Friday." And he goes, "No, Mom, it's Thursday." Okay.
Gibby's Girls is here. If you guys don't know who we're talking about, if you're unfamiliar with Carissa, we're talking about the Chosen Goods reseller. So if you guys are subscribed to Chosen Goods, or if you have the Chosen Goods reseller on your Instagram, flood her with messages and some love. Just let her know that you're thinking about her and that you're praying for her, and just message her and tell her how awesome she is. Because even if you don't know her, I'm telling you how awesome she is, and I'm trustworthy, and Noelle's trustworthy, and she's telling you how awesome she is. So just reach out and let her know how loved she is right now, because that can mean a lot.
She has got the biggest heart in the whole world.
Yeah.
And I sent her she won a box. So when I send boxes out, when I give boxes away, I give a 12 by 12 by 12 box, and I try to get an idea. It was supposed to be a surprise. Carol, Butterfly Hustles, actually won a box. She wanted to give it to Carissa. Anyway, so finally I just messaged Carissa, and so she wanted it filled with things that her dad would like. So I sent some stuff for her too, but then she wrapped it up and gave it to her dad for Christmas. So
cool. Such a neat idea.
So and she's just a doll.
Vintage really Barbie is here, and Vintage Barbie, I don't know if you ever saw him in a duck. You see all my vintage Barbies back there? There's a bunch of girls back there. It's all the ones with the bob haircuts. They're so beautiful. And then I got the Ken that goes with, like, the original Ken. He's back there too. Pittsburgh Picker sent me that. Yeah. Super cool.
Scott said that Carissa has a voice that just makes you feel better about life. And it is true.
Yeah. ASMR for sure. Noelle, how much do you sell the car ads for?
I will list them anywhere. Probably those ones I'll list for $24.99 a piece, and I'll take an offer.
Look at this. Oh, G&Z almost forgot to come say hi. I can't even believe that you would almost forget about us like that.
Oh, man.
Glad
I'm
to see you tonight.
Myself to sleep over that one.
Love those old Wagoneers. What's your favorite old car, Noelle?
The Jeep Wagoneer, but my most favorite old car is got to be the Ford Falcon. Probably because my parents had one. I was little. I was maybe 4. It was champagne color. I can remember. I have a picture of myself in front of it on Christmas. My mom curled all of our hair and curled my hair, and she took a Christmas picture of all of us kids in front of it. I loved that car because the seats, the front seats were low, and I could see over the top of them out the front of the car.
Cool.
And then my parents gave it to my aunt and she wrecked it, and I have never forgiven her for that because I was
Oh, bummer. You could have drove that one day. I want to make sure Susan doesn't misunderstand what you were talking about with the scans. Susan, she was meaning that she scans it in lieu of taking a picture of the front and a picture of the back. She just scans it. She would still send them the original. Yeah.
Yeah. To take your pictures for your listing on eBay or wherever it is that you're going to list them at, rather than laying it down and trying to take a picture of it. Then you're
here's a link also. I'm sure you guys already saw, but Jennifer dropped Carissa's link to her channel also.
Okay. Here's a layout.
2-page, yeah.
The blue one on the bottom, that blue one on the bottom is a 67 Ford Falcon.
Car is a Scott. The second spelling there is right. Oh, that's beautiful. Wasn't the Mustang built on the Falcon frame?
Yeah, my mom said
right,
first
right. Yep. Cruise-O-Matic bucket seats.
Woo!
Telling you, that's living high on the hog right there. Scott's had the Ford Falcons. I don't know what it is about it. Maybe it was just a little girl in me, and I love that car, But my brothers are big car buffs. They all have hot rods. My brother, just younger than me, has the Dukes of Hazzard Charger. It's painted that way. It doesn't have the it's orange. It's the same color orange. It doesn't, and then it had a vinyl top. I think he removed it. And then my oldest brother has a satellite Sebring. It's painted black, and the hood is olive green with the Punisher on it. And then my brother just above me that has his business at the farm, he has several Trans Am or a Camaro, excuse me, I'll get it right. And then his wife has a 68, I think it is, Ford Mustang that he totally redid. Redone in leather. It's burgundy. It's got a brand new rag top, and it gets driven about 4 times a year.
Oh man.
It's their toy.
I'd drop the kids off to school in it. I would.
Yep.
Oh, I thought you said you dropped the kids off for it.
No. I gotta keep my children. Sunny Las Vegas is here, you guys. Hello.
Every year they have it's called I'm probably gonna, Maria will correct me. It's the cruise in at Long Beach, Washington, which is considered the longest beach up here. And so everybody goes down there with their hot rods. And one year, here comes my one brother's car hot rod on the back of a tow truck. And here comes my other brother, gets his truck, gets the trailer, goes down. Pretty soon, here he comes back with his car on the back of the trailer. My other brother comes and gets his truck and trailer. All 3 of them, their cars broke down there for whatever reason. I don't know.
Oh my goodness!
I was giggling the whole weekend through, because here comes one. And I said to my younger brother, I said, "How come you didn't just borrow Gus's truck and trailer?" And he goes, "I got way too much money into that to be letting those yahoos touch my car."
Wow.
I was just like,
I love how many fond memories people have attached to automobiles. It's crazy. I mean, second to your house, you probably spend the most amount of time in your car. And, you remember the cars that your parents had. And I think it's really cool how nostalgic we get about cars. Tony wants to know if your magazine has a 67 Camaro. Have you seen one in there?
You know what? I was trying not to look too much because, there's some stuff in here. Let me look and see. It's got an ad.
She said it was a gentleman's magazine. We used to restore 1970s
Copenhagen. That'll sell.
Copenhagen, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if you guys, the best way to really teach you how to learn about print ads is just to literally go into eBay and type in print ads, vintage print ads, and you will be amazed
Danielle said, "Hey, I fell asleep and I just woke back up." Is Noelle describing when she was on Smokey and the Bandit as an extra?
You know it, breaker.
And then she said, "I love you, Noelle." Nice. Sunny says, "My godfather
Danielle,
has
how
a
can you fall
52,
asleep when I'm talking? Isn't it irritating?
a 52 Chevy pickup that he wants me to buy for $3K. Anyone else $7K? I don't have the space for it." Man, if it was a
This
Ford.
yeah.
guy's no
I don't
longer
care
with
what it
us.
is.
James
3
Bond.
grand. There you go.
That's cool. That's pretty neat. You could frame that and put that in a man cave or something. Sunny, that does it run?
And
Oh,
that's
that's
exactly
funny.
where a lot of these go. But you would think that there would be. That's it. They have GM, they have Ford, they have Chevy. That's Buick. That's GM.
Scott says I paid $100 for my first Falcon. That was $99 too much.
Here's a
The
Mercury
people I bought
Cougar.
it. Oh, that's beautiful. My mom had a Cougar. Not an old one like that. Hers was like maybe a 92. I don't know. Did they make one in 92? I feel like
No.
it was. They'll probably watch this in the replay and be like, Rachel, it was
yeah,
not a
they
92. The people I bought it from were using it as a greenhouse. It didn't have an interior. I bolted a metal lawn chair to the floor to drive it. Wow,
Well,
Scott.
hey, at least it had a floor.
I mean, at
My very
least you got
first
Mel to
car.
ride with you.
My very first car that I bought, don't laugh, I traded my dad 3 cows for. It was my grandparents bought it brand new from the factory. It was a 1970 Ford Torino and it had a 357 Cleveland in it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
That's faster than the cows.
I raced every single one of my brother's friends in their souped up hot rods, and I was always on the suicide lane. And
that was your first car?
I would leave them in the dirt. My brother outran 5 state patrol in it.
That was your first car?
Yep, that was my first car.
Wow.
Susan
has a question for your magazine ads. When you sell them, do you just say page from magazine and listing? Like, do you say that it was from a magazine?
No, I'm going to say I'm going to take this. Oh, hey, here's a 1967 Dodge Dart.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. I followed a guy in a Dart once to go look at it. That's beautiful.
When you didn't know.
I am going to take this ad, and I'm only going to take a picture of the front of it, the one side, because it's tearing her hair, because it's got something on the other side, right? And I'm going to put 1967 vintage print ad of the whatever car or hat or whatever it is. And if you want to, down in the description, and then you want to use keywords, right? Like Dodge Celebration Operation 67, red, hot rod.
So you never tell them, do you say in the listing that it was from a magazine so that they know like the paper quality?
Most people know, but you can put down in the description. You could put down in the description exactly what magazine it came out of if you want to.
Perfect. Okay.
You can just say came out of 1967 Women's World or Women's Day or this. Oh, who was asking for the Camaro?
Tony right here says 67 was the first year, so that's the first year that one will sell. There you go.
Sell.
Oh, that's a beautiful ad too. That one's gonna like that. Tony may want that one.
They only had one of these magazines, but the only reason, here's the main reason I went to this estate sale today. They had a ton of vintage wrestling magazines, like old, like from.
Did you get them?
No. Oh no. I would have had to have been the first one in line, and it's the sale started at 9 and I have to drop Dren off at school at 9. So, but here's the thing, and I want you guys to keep this in mind. When you look at ads for a garage sale or a bazaar or an estate sale, and they highlight something that they know is going to bring a bunch of people, whether it be vintage t-shirts, vintage rock t-shirts,
they would give those away around here.
What you need to understand is if that person went to those rock bands or they went to wrestling. There's more than just magazines, and you
Mhm.
need to be that person that is willing to get down and look in the boxes and find these other things. Because if they saved that kind of stuff, then if there's Leonard Skinner or what's the group with the the rock, they have the little teddy bears, the somebody
Grateful
help
Dead?
me. Thank you. So I went there was an estate sale that advertised the Grateful Dead. They had a bunch of t-shirts, and I was like, I knew I wasn't, number one, I knew I wasn't going to pay what they wanted for them. So, which was fine because it wouldn't have been something I would have attempted to resell. Well, actually I would have, but I didn't know what they were selling them for. Here's the thought though. If they had that many vintage t-shirts, what else did they had? They had pins. I sold one pin that was maybe the size of a dime for $24 plus
Nice.
shipping. They had the pins, they had the keychains, they had the posters, they had the the movies of when they had that stuff. So you guys have to keep in mind that when you see when the estate sale companies or whoever is posting their pictures, they're trying to bring people in, and they don't always think about the fact that there's other paraphernalia that goes along with
Mhm.
if that
Yeah, if you
person
just go
collected
dig.
this shirts, then they probably have magazines, they probably have ticket stubs,
Oh,
pins,
yeah.
keychains, you name it. So that's when you think in your mind, I really need to be digging in all areas that are open and
Kim
don't leave.
says, how do
Go
you
ahead.
ship them? And then Lori wants to know how much they typically sell for. And then Bama wants to know, do you just cut them and sell? So can you address those three questions?
Okay.
How you get them out? Maybe again, how much
On
they
this
sell for and how do you ship
magazine, I will take this back side off. It's already coming off, right? I'm not going to attempt to use the front and back covers because they're kind of beat up. But you can take a hair dryer and loosen the glue that's in here. It's already coming loose. Once you take this piece off, and then you need to look, because even though these are glued, sometimes in the very center there will be a staple, and if there is, then you need to take that out, and then you can just take an X-Acto knife and slice it at the spine. And then you need a cutter, you need a nice sharp cutter. So you want to go to the craft store and you want to get like the Cricut ones, the ones that the scrapbooking gals use.
Oh, wow.
You want to spend a little bit of money because you want it straight, and you're going to trim the edge off because it's going to be right. You can board and bag these like you would board and bag a comic book. And then I personally get they're almost like a cardboard mailer for magazines. I get the eBay ones with my eBay money every quarter. So they have them in different sizes. There's a postcard size one, there's a 12 by 10 one. You can put them in those, or you can sandwich them. Never sell any kind of paper without putting it in some kind of protective plastic first in case the package gets wet. But what I
How much do
normally
you
would
sell them for, like on average?
$15 to $50, $60, $70 is just matters on what it is and what
You laughing
people
at
want.
this? I'm sorry, how much did you say for?
It could be anywhere from 15 to $100. Just depends
Wow.
on what it is and what what the demand is for it. And
Thank you for taking notice, John.
you have to be able to be willing to sit on things too, there's a fallacy.
You're not too old, North Georgia Flipper. Get on Instagram and hang out with us over on Instagram so you know about our bolos and our crazy conversations.
That's right. If you're not following me on Instagram, that's where I put all my sales.
North Georgia says he's too old for Instagram. Tell him he's not.
No, you're not. You don't have to post. Just be on there and lurk. Nothing wrong with lurking.
What do you mean? When is eBay going to fix the USPS shipping issue? I don't have that issue.
Are you not being able to ship?
I see
Brett?
so many people with all these problems. And Danielle, Yard Sales and Dreams, just posted something about a workaround to that
Right.
problem that everyone's getting with the little tower. And I've never had that problem. Praise God.
Courtney was having problems with it too.
Yeah. It's
Scott,
not affecting everybody.
okay, Scott. What's that little kid? Listen, Linda. Listen, Scott.
No,
Have you seen that
just
Yeah,
Instagram
yeah.
with the little boy? Listen, Scott. I think I'm older than you.
Scott Chichinking?
no. The other
You see
Scott.
him? I'm too old for Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Oh, that
no.
is
Hey,
too cool.
Ella.
Hi, Ella.
Susan said
There's-
68 and I lurk on there.
Yep, there you go.
Everyone's
There you
welcome
go.
on Instagram. It's not just like I think different age groups do different things with Instagram though, you
Sure.
know, and like, but that's like saying you're too old for the internet or you're too old for YouTube or something. Like you're just gonna do your thing on that app and you're absolutely welcome. Look at this. It's MF Flips. Hola.
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 Nice.
That's funny. USPS button to ship has gone on eBay. Well, then I get all right. Oh boy. You should be using pirate ship. If you can't,
Since
there's
when?
no problem. If you can't ship through eBay, then use pirate ship.
Yeah, you can just copy and paste or you can like link your whole account like Noelle does, but you can copy and paste if you don't want to do all that. Pirate Ship's for free, Brett.
It takes 10 seconds to link your eBay account too, and it just pulls it right in.
Yeah, go to pirateship.com, set up a free account. You get the same discounts that eBay gives. Sometimes people say they're steeper, and on some things they will be. It will allow you to mail things if they qualify that eBay won't.
Some things they're not. They're not. USPS. I didn't ship anything today because the one person that paid today has been making me wait 3 days, and I decided, well, buddy, you could wait till Monday for your item to ship. And I'm not normally like that, but I was busy today, so
doing it wrong. So he follows both of us old fogies on Instagram.
And John, I just want to know how many years you've been 28.
John says he's 28 and loves Instagram. Scott said I'm too old for Instagram. And Bike Contest says, oh, there's an age limit. Yeah, let's start over. Hang on, let me not. Matt asked us to start over, so hang on a second.
Oh, just
you guys are gonna love my guest tonight. I'm so glad to introduce you to.
I wasn't here yet.
Just kidding. Get back over here. No, we're not starting over.
Oh, that's hilarious. That's hilarious.
Mine said that there was a problem with USPS this morning, big red letters, but it worked okay. If not, I would have gone over to Pirate Ship. You guys are all smart people. That's why I hang out with you. I got a message today on eBay saying there were problems with USPS, but I could still create a label.
There you go.
Interesting. Asked us to start over.
You guys have this back there?
I've seen it. What store is like I've got that at someone else's house. What store did you get it from?
Costco.
Oh, okay. Because I've seen people have it, but I've never seen it in a store.
Because mostly I just drink water and coffee and then unsweetened iced tea or whatever kind of tea. And if I'm not feeling good, then I'll have like a fresh ginger tea that I grate the ginger and I'll put a little bit of honey in it. But my son was like, Mom, try these. And I don't really
love sparkling water.
It's really good. This is a grapefruit and it's not super strong or anything. Anyway, so.
LaCroix has a grapefruit one that's really tasty.
They're very similar to LaCroix. Very, very, very similar to LaCroix.
Lori says no TikTok. Definitely too old for that. What is my Instagram? Not. I'm reseller Rachel Strickland.
This just cracks me up every time I think about it. So I have 2 posts on TikTok. My son's on TikTok and he's hilarious. My oldest son, Dren's dad. So I have 2 posts on TikTok. One of them is, here's SSK promo on TikTok.
I've heard that he's hilarious on there. I'm not on TikTok. I don't watch TikTok, so I've never seen him, but I heard he's hilarious on there.
I have two stupid posts, and I'm saying that they're my posts, so I can say that. One of them is this. It is my aluminum Christmas tree in my living room.
Beautiful. So beautiful.
800 and this just cracks me up every time I look at 887 views. What is wrong with people? How 887 people wanted to look at that?
I would want to look at that. That's pretty.
I'm
He was
just
all
like-
playing Olaf.
So I mean, I don't surf TikTok at all. At all.
Matthew says I'm 30 and feel too old for TikTok. I'm just not on there because I don't know. I can't barely keep up with everything I have going on in life. And I've probably told Drew 78 times today how tired I am. So if I added one more thing into the mix, my head might explode. TikTok is not going to be it for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Smitties.
But so tell us then, I've got the House of Gucci waiting on me and a date night tonight. But before we go watch the House of Gucci, which I'm super excited about, if you guys aren't aware, that's probably, I would say my favorite luxury brand to collect.
Have you ever watched The Devil Wears Prada?
I think I've seen most of that. Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of Anna Wintour. It's, I think that's who it was like modeled after, right? Like
Probably.
It's not exactly, but I think that's what they meant. And I've heard that she's not
just hilarious. And I had to watch that like 5 times to catch it all, just so you know, because I would just fall asleep. If I wasn't folding clothes, I would sit down to watch a movie with the boys when they were little, and I literally had to fold clothes or do something to keep my hands busy.
Jessica Marie says she does reels on Instagram. I need to check those out. There's just like everyone's content. I want to breathe it all in all day long, and there's just not
here's
enough
the thing
hours.
with Instagram. Some people just look at the stories. Some people just look at the posts. So when I do a story on Instagram, I then save it and I make a reel out of it too, so that the people that like to just go on your page, to just go down, because there's a lot of people that don't look at the stories. So I will have a duplicate. I'll have one that's a reel and one that's a story, because the stories go away.
Yeah.
Mine lasts for 24 hours. Some people's only, I don't know if there's a setting you can keep them.
Oh, I think they're all 24, but maybe there is a setting.
I know
Annie says Chanel all the way, but Annie, that's cool. I can't afford Chanel. All right. I have Chanel dreams on a Gucci budget, which is still pretty good.
Annie's French Canadian living in Arizona.
Nice.
Are you about ready to go home? Yes. So tomorrow.
Oh yeah, you guys are hanging out at the new house, so he's probably literally sitting there playing with a wrench.
Well, let me give you a look real quick at what this. You grab that.
I do love Chanel though, Annie, and I will buy myself a flat bag one day. Currently, the only Chanel I have is some perfume that I thrifted, and Christopher, I buy Chit, traded me a cape for a Chanel scarf, so I do have that.
So, oh boy, this is good. Let's see if we can turn around. So there used to be walls here. There used to be a wall.
That's going to be the coolest room for him.
Not no more.
So Dren's room started here. And then there was a hallway to the stairs.
Wow.
And then there was another room here.
What's the weather there today?
I haven't it was 65 today. I was like, what?
And that's Washington.
Wow.
But 2 days ago, everything was frozen outside. So, I mean,
it snowed here today.
Yeah.
Literally all of the mud puddles or anything that had water in it was frozen over. The cars were frozen over. So I have this left to tear out tomorrow and all of that stuff to bag up and haul outside.
You're such a hard worker, Noelle. Like nobody could ever say you're not one of the hardest workers.
What'd you do?
Jennifer just dropped Noelle's link again, you guys. She recently hit over 2,000 subscribers, which is phenomenal. So if you guys would head over there to her link and give her a subscribe also. Landshark Picker just jumped in. Good evening. What's up, everyone? Oh, and hey to you, Jennifer. She did. She froze for. It's probably because she was moving around, because I don't know that she has Wi-Fi there yet.
There she goes.
I see. Yeah.
You're frozen.
Somebody
Noelle.
screenshot that.
You'll come back.
Aw.
I think she's coming. You're frozen right now, Noelle, but you'll come back to us.
I'm frozen. I was sitting there like that.
Yeah, I know you're trying to say something. It's like when you're on the phone with someone and they're talking, you're like, we'll come back into service here in a minute. I'm sure. Mine does that if I'm not on Wi-Fi, if I move around. She's leaving and coming back in, you guys. It was beautiful outside today, Jessica says. And now it's cold and snow. Yeah, for sure. Wow, 65 here in Mississippi. Devices not connected, it says, of Noelle. So how are you, Noelle? Well, I'll answer. Noelle is doing amazing.
Swirling dot
she's been
right
dropping some knowledge on us tonight. We've been talking about some ephemera she picked up at an estate sale. Noelle, oh, there she is.
Is that better? I don't know what the
heck.
Yeah.
You're good. You're good. But you want to tell them where all they can find you on your socials so that they can be sure to be following you?
So Farmgurl Scavenger Noelle on YouTube, Farmgurl Scavenger on Instagram, Farmgurl Scavenger on Facebook for business or just Facebook. Let's see, Farmgurl Scavenger on Twitter, Farmgurl Scavenger on TikTok. I have eBay is also Farmgurl, only it's Farmgurl Scavenges because it it's my store, so it's what I've scavenged, right? And then, but if you go on my YouTube and you go to my about page and you go down, all the links to everything are there. I do believe. So
perfect.
That's probably the fastest way to find me anywhere.
Well, I'm super excited that we finally got a good date to both set up this live. I think that if you guys are interested in learning a lot about reselling, Noelle is the one to learn from because she just knows a lot about a lot. Lots of different categories. She told me one night, it was during one of her lives, she was talking about finding vintage Tupperware. And I walked in my thrift store the very next day and found exactly what it was she told me to look for. I paid 50 cents for several different pieces, made $20 very quickly, sold within 2 weeks, I'm going to say, or less. Something I would have walked right by had I not been watching her live. So it's every Thursday night. Tell them again, it's at 6 o'clock Pacific time. So 8 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock on the East Coast, you guys. You have to be tuning in on Thursday nights and check her out for sure. No, got Noelle on his
girl who scavenges. Yes, MF flips. I was honestly raised. How did I get my name? Does anybody have? Well, you go by Rachel Strickland, but so are you familiar with the scavenger life?
You mean just like not paying for things and like just finding everything?
The scavenger life, they are a couple.
Oh,
Ryan
okay.
and
I thought
Jay.
you literally meant like that lifestyle. I was like,
they literally stopped doing vlogs in June. They had done 572 every week for 572 vlogs. If you guys want to learn some stuff, and they're hilarious, but I listened to them every Sunday forever, and then I was just like, so I don't know if any of you guys know Wade from Wade's Ventures. He's out here in Portland too, and he said to me one day, this was years ago, he goes, "Hey, are you on Poshmark? Are you on Etsy? Are you here?"
Night, Chad.
He goes, "Good night, Chad." He goes, "Even if you're not going to sell on them," he goes, "go and sign up and get your name and everything." So I did Twitter, I did everything and everything. And then I set up a Facebook business for Farmgurl Scavenger because anybody can take it, right? So if you didn't have it and somebody else decided, well, there's somebody else out there that has done everything very similar to me. And she's not scavenger, she's Farmgurl picker.
Oh.
And I don't know her very well because she started asking me how do I make my posts on Instagram look like yours?
Oh, wow.
And I got kind of, I thought it was cool that she wanted to know, So then I just kind of looked, and she was doing a lot of the same stuff the same way as me. And I already had like close to 4,000 followers on Instagram. And I've been doing this for years, and I know these people. And I was just like, I told her, I said, well, you can figure it out the same way I did, by painfully learning it on Instagram and watching YouTube channels, because she was copying me. Now
imitation is the finest form of flattery, right?
Exactly, right. And she had a grandson or a son that was about the same age as Dren. I mean, it was everything in there. And so finally, for my sanity and my peace of mind, I just blocked her so that I didn't have to see what she was doing.
Now I'm gonna go look up that channel, or I'm gonna go look up that person.
Just go on ahead and do all the stuff that she was doing, and I wouldn't let it bother me, right?
Your posts do look beautiful, though. You have like your own special brand. There's a nice aesthetic to your page. I think you do a great job.
My oldest son would say, I'm a special kind of snowflake, and yes, I am.
You're our favorite kind of snowflake. But I'm glad all of you guys in the chat could come hang out with us this Friday night and spend your evening with us. People are saying stalker, single white female vibes. Yeah, maybe steer clear of her. I'm glad that you blocked her. She could be trying to scam your followers too, like the guy trying to scam all of Josh Harry Tornado's people now.
And
he even went so far, like Josh made a post that said the real Harry Tornado does not have an underscore.
Right.
He copied it and said the real Harry Tornado has an underscore and posted that. The guy did. I don't see him because I already blocked him, but yeah, I agree with Josh. It's insane that thousands of people have reported that and the page is still up. Meanwhile, Chris Flip the World loses his page with like no explanation.
Well, I know, right? It's ridiculous, the stuff that
I'm gonna try to copy Scott Cha-Ching King's Instagram page.
We should all try to be Scott
I want to be like Scott when I grow up.
Yep.
That's funny. Jennifer said, I just seen her IG when I was looking for yours, Noelle. Does it look like hers? Yeah, we did the drawing on the head, Vintage Viking. I'm glad that you would remind us if we had forgotten. It was bed sheets. And Jennifer Hayes one.
We won't be auctioning mine off.
It's Friday. I gotta go. It is Friday. I'm gonna go too. But we're super glad that you guys are here. I'm gonna go watch House of Gucci. I'm super excited about it. If you guys knew how often, when's the last time we watched a movie, the two of us? We've been married since 17 years ago.
Drew is your tool guy.
Yeah, he's handy as a pocket on a shirt.
Oh yeah, hey man.
Or getting.
I built Freightliner trucks for 10 years.
Oh, see, you're handy too.
So I can tear them apart, put them back together, and build them from scratch. Freightliners and Western Stars, and I have a CDL, so I could drive them too. But tools are a big thing, and when you go to estate sales and you go and you're done after 10 seconds of her looking at clothes, and you're going to go off somewhere else. Go out to the garage.
We don't get to go to estate sales. They don't have those around here. Remember, we don't have Costco.
He went to one with you. Yes, he did.
That's the only one that we've ever went to.
All right.
That one.
Found a box.
He'll go to more. Go out to the garage and go through the toolboxes and find the Craftsman. You have to look through them, but she's going to be going through other stuff. So you can putz through the tools.
That's usually where I make a beeline for it, because all the other rooms don't. I don't know what I'm looking for.
I have a huge rolling toolbox that was mine that I had at Freightliner, and it came home with me. And because I knew so many specialty jobs, I had all the specialty tools, and you were supposed to give them all back. And I opened it up and I showed the supervisor, and he goes, you can't fix a sandwich. No, you made it wrong. You probably can't. Jelly beans and peanut butter do not mix well. I have some videos. I have a video on tuna salad and egg salad. So there you go. Go watch.
There we go. Is any of it vegan? You got any vegan recipes?
I could come. We eat vegan two or three nights a week. So, and then I do all my my gardening carts away the free electronics.
Nice. Terry, good night. Good night.
Good night, Terry. It was nice shopping with you today. She's hilarious.
Well, I'm going to call it a night so that we're not up past 1 a.m. watching our movie, because I know the kids, they're not going to let us sleep in tomorrow. And there's snow on the ground, so we're probably not going anywhere. So they'll be jumping in our bed or something at 7 o'clock in the morning or before. But it was so fun to talk tonight.
For breakfast.
Oh yeah, cocoa and oatmeal for sure. That's what Israel wants every day. But yeah. So anyway, Noelle, do you know what my closing phrase is that I always tell people at the end of the videos?
Yes.
Would you tell everybody?
Treat your business like it's Rachel Strickland's business.
Even better.